Hello, Internet. Welcome to Film. No, that's not me. It's Magnus Robert here. Today we are doing another wheel rewrite video. Now, I have a little announcement to do at the start of the video. Now, I did make this both a channel post and an announcement in the Discord, but it's still possible some people missed it. I've come to the difficult decision, okay, to postpone, release, suspend wheel rewrites after I finished the list of paid requests. Now, everyone who's sent in a paid request thus far, you'll see them down here. And of course, this also includes the ultimate rewrite request by whatever comes to mind. I haven't put it here, but I'm still unsure exactly when I'm going to do that one. But basically, these requests here will still be fulfilled. I will try my best to maybe do them weekly-ish, possibly. At the very least, they'll be bi-weekly, so every 2 weeks. But after this, I won't be doing any more. So from the end of the John Dory one, and I think this guy actually did send me another $5, so I will bump this one back up, I think. Yeah. I need to sort this out, so this might not be the final schedule. But after I finish all of these, there will be no more wheel rewrites. Now, at least public ones. Now, if you're a channel member, I will still be doing a exclusive monthly wheel rewrite, because I do realize a lot of my channel members are here for the wheel rewrites. Not all of them, of course, but I think probably like 60% or 70% of them are. So I think I will do a monthly one just for you guys who do support me, with your hard-earned cash. So don't worry, that will still happen. But as for public ones, I think I am going to cease them after I finish this list. I mean, there's still lots to go, so don't fret too much, I guess, because we've still got loads. But any future paid requests will not be fulfilled, so you can still send me supers. I'll appreciate the money, but if you do request any wheel rewrites, they will not be fulfilled from this point onwards. Just to let you know, unless someone sends me like $50, if someone sends me like $50, then I will, or like even probably like $30. I mean, but I digress. Not for the standard $4.99. And the real reason for that is I think I'm reaching my limit on the wheel rewrites. They're fun, but there's only so much fun you can have with this concept, and there's only so much unique things you can do with it. And two, I would really love to transform my channel into a primary revenue stream. Now, I'm never going to quit working full time, because I think that's ludicrous, but if I could reduce my hours in my real life job, that would be ideal. And then I could do the YouTube stuff as my primary source of income. That would be like a good idea. But it's just a pipe dream at the moment, so I'm just trying to see if I can get it to work, and unfortunately my other content just performs a bit better. So that's the announcement out of the way. Sorry to delay the video there. But today we're going to be ranking. We're not ranking anything. Today we're going to be doing a wheel rewrite with the Monroe family as the protagonists. Now, specifically, it's going to be Deanna, but I'm actually going to give immunity to all the Monroe family members up until season 3, and the last surviving child, either Spencer or Aiden, whichever one of these guys can die, but the other one, if one dies, the other one will get immunity. And this is a request from the Goofy Sillies. He says, or they say, I guess, because there's two of them. Hi, Magnus Robert. This is for what if the Monroe family members were main characters, especially Deanna Monroe as a main. She's my all-time favorite character. My best friend and I watch all the time. Thanks for making dope content. Cool. And the Goofy Sillies also recently has done like a little wheel rewrite as well, so a little shout out there. Got some cool graphics and stuff on it. I've been watching. I've watched 2 of them. I don't know if there's a third one out yet, but I watched 2 of them. So yeah, that's pretty fun rewrite so far as well. So shout out there. Obviously, it's really cool to see other people doing their own wheel rewrite. Honestly, that's the coolest thing to me. Other people being inspired. I mean, there's a few channels that do it as well. I forget all of your names, I do apologise, but I've seen at least 3 or 4 channels doing wheel rewrites inspired by me, and I think on the Reddit as well, people have been doing the Telltale rewrites. Oh, that's another thing. The Telltale rewrite will still be happening in the future, so that's an exception to the wheel rewrite, because I know a lot of people want to see an ultimate 4-season Telltale rewrite. So don't worry, that one is coming. You don't have to fret. I feel like I'm being very loud. Sorry if I'm peaking the mic a little there. Okay, so I've been rambling for 5 minutes. I do apologise. It's how these videos always kind of start. These videos kind of like almost like streams, but I don't stream them. I don't really script anything necessarily, because if I script things, it's going to be boring. We've got to make it random. Now, I've actually done all this stuff beforehand, just to kind of save time. So, these are our main characters, Deanna, Reg, Aiden, Spencer, and also Glenn, Jesse, and Merle. I did all the roles for this, so you'll have to just trust me. And then these are our minor characters. Now, I did swap the Grimes family for Deanna's family. I just felt like that. I didn't roll for that. I just felt it felt right to me. And then I did a swap for, I think I rolled a 4, and I was like, okay, so swap for 4 characters, and it landed on Miranda, and then I thought, ooh, why don't I just swap Miranda and the Andersons? So I mean the Morales family and the Andersons. So that's what I did there. So Morales and his family will show up in Alexandria, as will Rick and his family, and that just makes things a bit easier to remember. So, very interesting. Merle has actually got a shot here because he ended up being a main character, so I was happy with that. I'm not going to lie, it didn't actually land on Merle, it landed very close to Merle, but I just didn't care. So, of course, Deanna Monroe was on a little trip. Maybe she was on a trip, she's congresswoman, right? Why would she be in Georgia when she's a congresswoman for Ohio? Well, maybe she was canvassing for another Democrat in the area. Maybe there's a by-election or something. I don't know if you have by-elections, but there was some sort of local election. If she was canvassing or whatever, she was there to show her support for this progressive candidate, okay? And she was obviously there with the family, made a little trip of it, of course, and that's when the outbreak happened, and she ended up being evacuated. The military all died, and then she made it to the quarry camp. Whereas on this universe, Rick and his family decided to move out of King County and move into a lovely ecological community named as Alexandria. And I guess Shane just tagged along, or maybe Shane was visiting when shiz went down. And the Morales family, I guess, did the same. And the Andersons at some point moved to Georgia as well. So that's the only big changes. Now, I think Deanna does get separated, and she does meet Morgan. I think she is saved by Morgan. Obviously, her being a congresswoman, potentially she was like hunkered down in a bunker, and whilst they were evacuating the bunker, because maybe it got, overrun, they were evacuating the bunker, she got lost, and then she eventually was saved by Morgan. She was in some bumfuck town called King County, King County town, and Morgan and Dwayne saved her life, taught her about the zombies and all that, because she was kept in the dark by the military. That's what we're going to go with. And then she was looking for her family, knowing that they would have been evacuated. She believed anyway they were being evacuated to Atlanta, not knowing that Atlanta had been bombed and was overrun. Again, she was kept in the dark, so she found a horse. Imagine Deanna on the horse. Went into the city, surrounded by walkers, and then I'll just say she was saved by Glenn. And then, who was the person on the roof who then gets handcuffed? I guess by Deanna maybe. Ooh, Jackie. Okay, that's interesting. Jackie as Merle. Okay. So, Jackie, maybe it was more the case that she was just frantically, scared. I don't think Jackie was hurling racial slurs out, but wait, she's not deaf, she's missing. I'm gonna say that Jackie was getting frantically scared, making a lot of noise. Walkers were getting attracted, surrounding the building, and Deanna made the difficult decision. Maybe she had some handcuffs left from the military. I don't know if the military would have handcuffs, but let's say they did. So she had some handcuffs, and she hits, or maybe she got them from the King County police station. Yeah, she hits Jackie and handcuffs her. He's like, "Wait, you gotta be quiet. Stop panicking, everyone." Now, does Guillermo, lovely Guillermo, does he come with us? Now, let's maybe... Heads, yes. Ooh, okay. He does. That makes a change. Now, basically what happens in this scenario is, of course, Deanna eventually escapes with Glenn. Maybe she does the guts trick, and then she reunites with Reg, Aiden, and Spencer at the Atlanta camp. Imagine Spencer being like, "Mom, Mom," running out, a little hug, whatever it may be. And then Deanna feels responsible, so she wants to go to the city. Maybe Reg is like, "Well, let me go," and Deanna's like, "No, I need to be the one. Okay, I was the one who left that poor woman. She was just scared." Yes, T-Dog dropped the key, but yeah, but I've got to go save her. So he decides to go back. She decides to go back with a team, and of course meets Guillermo. But after the truck's missing, Guillermo offers to bring her back, maybe with some goons. Those goons will die during the Atlanta camp attack. And apparently I said I've been saying Vatos wrong the whole time. I've been calling it Vatos for years, and it wasn't until I did that deleted scene video that I've had about 50 people tell me I'm pronouncing it wrong. It's what was it? I don't even remember now. Vatos? Vatos? I don't even remember. Listen, I'm sorry, I'm not a Spanish speaker, and I'm listening to. It's like there's like 3 different languages here, because American English is not real English. It's fake English. Okay, you Americans butchered the English language. There's a few things you did right. Okay, there's a few words where I think you're in the right, but for the most part, you butchered the English language. Okay. And then on top of that, you've got a Spanish American. So you've got a Spanish speaker, or obviously Mexican American. You got a fucking Spanish speaker speaking American butchered English. It's a word. Do you know what I mean? There's like 3 layers here. So please forgive me that I do not know how to say Vatos or however you say it. Vatos. It's Vatos to me. Anyway, yes, we've got Guillermo. So he decides to help out, and then of course his goons die. And then we get to the Atlanta camp. Again, I need to have this bloody Morgan thing earlier. Anyway, so what's going to happen to Morgan later on? We'll roll now. 2. Morgan is dead. Dwayne is alive. Okay. So Dwayne is alive. I like that option. I've also added a little cool thing here. So instead of just being the saviors, they can be a part of any villain group. But Morgan is dead. Very fun. So now, anyway, we get to the real fun. Ed's death. I guess as well, we've also got 2 abusers. So maybe Monroe, or maybe Reg. Oh, I don't know. Maybe it could be Reg, or maybe it's like Spencer or Aiden. Aiden beats up. Maybe Spencer and Aiden. They beat both individually beat up Ed and Pete Anderson, because we got 2 wife abusers in the group, which makes things interesting. Anyway, who gets the Ed's death? Oh my god, no, Andrea. So I guess maybe Andrea was trying to stop Pete from beating up Jesse, and then Andrea got beating herself, and then she was injured in her tent when the Walker attack happened, and she got munched on. Very sad for Andrea. And then we've got Amy's death. So who's gonna be leaving the RV, asking about toilet paper? Ed. He's gonna be like, "I just took a big shit. Carol, where the fuck did you put the toilet paper?" So Ed is gone as well, getting a very different death, but basically it's definitely the same episode anyway. And then we've got the Jim death. So who gets bitten and later is left on a tree, whilst after the group leave the camp. Oh no, poor Ron. So that one goes to Ron. So poor Jessie has lost her son. He's bitten. Maybe he doesn't reveal it at first. I could see him not revealing it at first. And then eventually they leave him by the tree to die. So who is going to be leaving with their families? The Morales death. So just before we leave Ron by the tree, who decides to go find their family? Okay, that makes sense. So obviously after Andrea died, Amy decides that she is going to look for... I'm just going to say Amy. I could say Dale as well. But actually, I feel like Dale probably would go in that scenario. He probably would help her. So we'll go with Dale as well. So Amy and Dale decide to head off. I guess they probably donate the RV. They're like, "You guys can keep the RV, but we're going to take this little car, and we're going to see if Amy's parents are alive," who canonically are seen in the Walking Dead universe. Of course, in Daryl Dixon's Survival Instinct. In Walking Dead Survival Instinct, the Daryl Dixon game. The really amazing game that's probably one of the best video games ever made. In that game, of course, Daryl does come across Andrea and Amy's parents, but I don't think he quite makes the connection. Obviously, us fans, we make the connection, but I don't think Daryl was really listening. Which I kind of like as a thing, like the fact he never probably did realise, he never put 2 and 2 together, because why would he? But yeah, so Amy and Dale, they go off to look for Amy and Andrea's parents. So have I added Dr. Jenna? I haven't actually. I will now. So the group then decides to go. I think they probably do stop off at the at the nursing home, Vatos. Then they stop off at the nursing home. I don't mean to mock like the Spanish language. I just generally, I did like look and had to say it, but I forget. It takes me a while. It was like with Guillermo's name. Sorry, hang on a minute. I need to charge something. It's like with Guillermo's name. Okay, I was saying Guillermo or something. I don't even remember what I was saying. But now I don't even remember how to wrongly say it. So that's progressive. Anyway, moving on. So they go to the nursing home. They find that all the old folks are dead. Who could have done this? Probably the Gov. And basically, they're all dead. So they decide to carry on to the CDC. Guillermo's very sad, very depressed, but he's not really got much else of an option. He realizes that everyone's gone, so he decides to head on with. And we added Dr. Jenna. Rightio. Yes. So now we have the CDC explosion, the finale of season 1. Oh, only one death. So, which character either gets trapped or decides to commit to ending their story? Oh, no. It's typical. We finally get Guillermo, and he decides, after losing all of the old folk, I guess he was a custodian, right? All of his residents in the nursing home, and all of those gang members, and all of his friends, and everyone he knows, he decides that they managed to convince Dr. Jenna not to do it, but he is pretty hell-bent on staying and ending it all. And so poor Guillermo is gone. Listen, for a change, we got Guillermo in the story for longer, just not for very long. Anyway, we're on to a chaos roll. Now, I have actually switched things up. Every season will either do a chaos roll or a random character, but basically I go in order. So chaos roll, random character, chaos roll, random character. You'll get the gist. So season 3 we'll do a random character, but for season 2 we're doing a chaos roll. And I just like that as well. It just means there isn't too much to do. Just kind of spreads it out. So 64. So, fuck. Someone gets the pig flu from season 4. So I guess after this, maybe they have hard times before they get onto the jammed highway. They eat some like bad meat. Maybe they find a deer that they're not sure has been chewed on, but they're so hungry they just don't care. So they munch on it, and then their characters get the pig flu. Oh, God. So we have to roll for a random character who's going to get the flu and, of course, die from it. No, Daryl. So Daryl is dying from the pig flu. Well, so I guess in this universe, Daryl and Merle just decided not to rob the Atlanta camp. Or maybe they were close to, but I don't know. They got distracted or something. Or maybe they got stopped. So Daryl dies from the flu and infects... What was the thing again? We're going to have the flu again as well later on. D12 people. Oh my God, this is 5 people. Infect/kill. Okay, so what we'll do is we'll say 5 people's a lot, man. I don't know if we can do 5 people. That's wiping out most of the characters. Most of the characters get wiped out already. 5 people. What we'll do is we'll roll, and then we'll say heads they're bitten, tails they're just sick. Well, Jenna's dead. So of course Daryl dies. I guess he's in the RV, and he bites and kills Dr. Jenna whilst they're on the highway, I guess. So Dr. Jenna is already dead. He's the first one he takes out, and obviously this demoralizes the group because, of course, they thought that was their cure. So Sam. So he's just getting sick. So we'll say, yeah, Sam gets sick. So that's 3. No, that's 2, sorry, isn't it? God. Sam gets sick. Pete gets... Let's see. Heads, he's killed. Tails, okay. So Pete just gets sick. So we've got... I think this is a good way to do it. It limits the amount of people who can die. I don't know who's ever suggested this, but this was a this was a dreadful idea, especially so early on. Oh no, not T-Dog. He's not getting his wrist slit. He might be getting his wrist munched on. Let's see. Oh no, he's just getting sick. Okay. T-Dog gets sick. Right, and then that's 4. So 1 more. I do not envy this next person because the odds are not in their favour. And we're just doing minor characters. Oh no, not Carol. Oh, I do not favour her odds here. I feel like we have to get ahead. Oh no, okay. There we are. Carol gets sick. So there we go. Daryl only actually kills Dr. Jenna, but this obviously completely demoralizes the group to, a lot, like, massively. So who's getting shot? Reg. Oh, shit. Okay, so Reg is getting shot. Of course, Deanna and her boys are probably, like, running him to the farm. Now, I'm going to say which Green family member did it, but I'm not necessarily going to give them the Otis death here. I think just to switch things up a little, I'm going to just say, okay, which member did it, and then I'm going to roll for which 2 members head to the... get the medical supplies. So it's Herschel who did it. I guess Herschel's practicing his shooting. Maybe he's trying to kill a deer or something. Well, yeah, it would have been a deer. And he ends up shooting poor Reg. So they rush him back to the farm to treat him, of course. And then someone else is going to be getting lost. So who is the character who gets lost? Well, it's the same as it was. It's the same as it is, but that's okay. So Sophia is going to show up the exact same way. It probably will be Deanna who puts her down, just so we can have that parallel. But yeah, poor Deanna. Poor Sophia, really. I mean, Deanna's... Yeah. Anyway, what we'll do is we'll do now who decides to be the Otis stand-in. So this is for the Otis stand-in, and this is for the person who kills the Otis stand-in. Oh, no. Right. Oh my god, it's one abuse victim killing another abuse victim. Okay, so this is how it's going to go. Carol, of course, led the search for Sophia, and she has a hunch, or she at least thinks, maybe, because they were talking about going to that school, right, that particular school. She's really worried because maybe, I don't know, Sophia wanted like a particular book. Sophia was on about like seeing a book about the Grand Canyon because of course they were talking about the Grand Canyon in the car. And she's like, there's a she's on the map and she goes, oh, there's a high school not far, whatever the high school name was. Maybe we could go there. And Carol says, we'll have to see if we can stop off. And so she has it in her mind, oh fuck, we need these medical supplies for Reg. Sophia might have actually gone to that school because it's a place that they talked about. All right. So let's kill 2 birds with 1 stone. I'll help you with the, with the supply run, Jessie, because Jessie, I guess, decides to step up to do that. She's like, let me do it. I want to prove that I'm useful for the group. I'm not just some, I'm not like an abuse victim. Because maybe, I don't know, maybe Deanna is like mocking. She's making fun of. No. Talking down to the abuse victim. But I don't know, maybe like she feels like Jessie isn't pulling a weight in the group or whatever, and maybe I guess Ron's just died, so I don't think Deanna's gonna be that harsh, but whatever reason, Jessie volunteers. Maybe she volunteers specifically to get away from Pete. No, I like this. So let's say that Pete had like hit Jessie, was threatening her or whatever it may be, and she needed to get away, so she volunteered, and that was her like escape. And obviously during the supply run, Carol, I like this. Carol, of course, and Jessie are cornered. Maybe even they have like a lovely moment where they bond and they talk about like the fact that they're both, abuse victims or all that, and the fact that they should stay together and be a team, and they should fucking report what's happened to the group. Report what's happened to Deanna with Pete, and maybe they can get Pete. Yes, he's a doctor, etc., etc., but maybe they can keep the two people away and stop Pete, and hopefully maybe he can change, or whatever it may be. And they have this lovely bonding moment. But when it comes down to it, and they're trying to run, Jesse panics and kills Carol. Meaning Carol never gets the reveal, never gets to learn what happened to her daughter. Oh, that is brutal. Anyway, I do need to update my little list here. So, who's dead again? Oh yeah. So I can add. Oh yeah, Guillermo died as well. He died in the CDC. So we'll add all these peeps to our little tier here, and of course Jesse has now killed Carol. Wow. So now we have Dale's death. So this is time for Major. So of course, Deanna, after the barn situation, probably still finds Herschel. That similar situation occurs. And then they're confronted by Dave and Tony. Now, would it be Deanna who probably does the shooting? Probably not. I feel like it would probably be like Aiden or Spencer. We'll say Aiden, because I feel like Aiden was more of a hothead. So Aiden shoots them, and he's like, I swear to God, Mom, they were like gonna draw on us, but Deanna's unsure. And then of course, then there's the shootout, and there's Randall, but Deanna makes the decision that they're saving Randall, because I feel like she would be the type of person to do that. And this particular character is fretting over, saving. I feel like we probably have not enough characters to do this if I'm giving 4 of these 7 immunity. So do you know what I'm going to do? Just for this, I'm going to elect one character as a main character. Let's go. Who is it going to be? That makes sense. Pete, yeah, because I feel like he has been important in the little rewrite so far. So what we'll do is we'll add Pete to this list. So we do have a full 8 characters. Anyway, which character is getting the Dale death? Oh, for fuck. No! Why? Okay, I feel like instead of it being... Okay, I think it's going to be the reverse. Instead of Dale preaching to save Randall, I think instead it's Merle is the only one who wants to kill him. I feel like Deanna probably convinces everyone that they have to spare him, make him work the fields, whatever it may be, and keep him as a prisoner. I feel like Merle is not on board with that shit. And, he's like, we're killing this guy. We're killing this motherfucker. And so I feel like Merle probably does, like, grab Randall, whatever it may be, goes to execute him, is attacked by a walker. They imprison Randall again, but then Merle is like ripped open by said walker. Maybe it was like done by Spencer. I feel like Spencer is like the more... I feel like, is Spencer older than Aiden? I don't remember. But I feel like Spencer would be like the more childlike one, because he is like a big man baby anyway. So I feel like Spencer, probably like playing with a walker, gets Merle inexplicably killed. Poor Merle, man. So R.I.P. Merle, whatever it may be. That is how it is sometimes in these wheel rewrites. And what we'll do as well, because I'm nice, Randall, Headsy's still evil. Ooh, okay. So, Randall is good now. Randall is good now. We've decided that. So that means that Randall joins our group. Where are you, Randy? Randall. Because I feel like, the whole Deanna thing. Because I've already switched this up anyway, so I think that with Merle wanting to kill him, so Shane killing, like another character killing him on top. But I feel like this character is going to like protest Deanna's leadership, and they are going to be killed potentially by Deanna. Okay, I think I might revoke my immunity. A, because I kind of like this, and B, because giving 4 characters immunity until season 3 is a bit wild. So what I'm going to say, and at the end of season 2 anyway, so who cares? Reg, I think this whole time, yes, he's been recovering from his gunshot. I think he's been questioning Deanna's leadership this whole time. And I think it gets to a head here where he's like, you saved one guy, but you've got Merle killed. Jesse clearly killed Carol, right? This whole group is a shit show. I mean, like, we lost a little girl, for Christ's sake. You lost a little girl. We ate that deer, and, people got sick. I mean, basically, he's like, people after people, person after person after person has died, and our sons are probably next. So Reg is like, not been happy with her leadership at all. The fact that they are going to leave the farm, they've agreed with Herschel that they're going to leave the farm now. After maybe they even have left, and whatever, after the Randall situation's dealt with, they're like, listen, we're going to take Randall with us. We agreed to leave, so maybe they're in the middle of packing up, because they're going to take Randall with them as like a prisoner, take them away from the farm, and that way Randall won't be a threat. He won't be able to reconvene with his group by that point. Eventually, he will just be a member of their group because he won't have any other choice. They've given him kindness, but Reg hates this idea. He's like, the farm's secure, we need to tell Herschel he owes us, whatever it may be, we need to convince him, force, whatever it may be. And that's when Deanna like has a crack, and Reg tries to kill Deanna to sort of keep, there's like a part of it that's noble. He wants to keep his boys safe, and he thinks that he's a secret Republican this whole time, but no, he thinks that her leadership skill is great for the old world, not good in this new world, that type of deal, which I think is very true for Deanna's character. She's a great leader in the old world, but not necessarily in the new world. And so I like that idea, and that Reg, has a go at her, whatever it may be. And then Deanna is forced to kill her own husband, realizing what he has become. I like that. I think that's kind of good. So I am vetoing that idea. He is the Shane of this universe. Anyway, herd attack. How many people are dying in the herd? Oh my god. 3 people. Here we go. So which 3 people are dying? Jimmy. Okay. So probably the same death. I guess maybe he rescues Aiden, Spencer. Oh, as well. I feel like both Aiden and Spencer have to find their father as a walker, attacking Deanna, and they both kind of, pin him down or whatever, or they both shoot him. Or maybe maybe Aiden puts the gun up, and Deanna's like, it's not what it seems, please, right? And then there's a gunshot. Reg's zombie falls down, and they both like look behind and see Spencer with the gun. I kind of like that. I think that could work. That's a cool scene. So then, obviously, Jimmy drives the RV to save them, and then, of course, Jimmy gets devoured like he does in the show anyway. And then the next character to die, I guess this can be the Patricia death. We're killing all the Jims and the Jimmies. I'm sorry, Jim fans. So Jim, I don't feel like he's the Patricia death. I feel like he's like fighting for the group, right? Fighting for them to escape. Ooh, and T-Dog. Okay, so, yeah, I feel like Jim is going down with the ship type of thing. He's, like, fighting for everyone to escape, and I think he just gets overwhelmed with the walkers and ripped apart. T-Dog, I think he's running away with, like, Beth and he's trying to protect, like, the women, so, like, Beth, Maggie, Patricia, or maybe it's just Patricia and Beth, kind of similar to how it is in the show. Obviously, Laurie's with him as well. But it's, like, Patricia, Beth, Patricia and Beth, they're running away, and I think maybe Beth gets grabbed, T-Dog like punches the walker, and then he gets grabbed by the rest of them, and he's like, just go, take the keys, and then they kind of run off. So T-Dog is taken down, Jimmy's taken down, and Jim's taken down. 3 absolute goats killed all at once. What can you do? What can you do, guys? That is just how it goes sometimes. We lost the Jims and the Jimmies. Anyway, this is brutal. This is a brutal rewrite. This is a weird group already. I guess Glenn and Maggie have still been getting together as well. That's still been happening. And then Hugh gets separated and gets to be with Michonne now. Well, not with Michonne, but you know what I mean. This is a weird universe. I like it. Oh my god, Pete Anderson. Okay, I like this a lot. Not gonna lie, I like this a lot. So Michonne and Pete. I feel like Pete is not beating up Michonne. That ain't fucking happening. That ain't happening. Okay, yeah, so Pete and Michonne, obviously, I guess Michonne wouldn't know everything about Pete. Like, he's not going to be honest and be like, yeah, I beat my wife up, by the way. But Jesse believes that Pete is dead, and maybe there's, like, some release for her like that. Maybe she's actually kind of happy in a way, like, she can focus on Sam. She's already lost Ron. She's already pretty broken. But her husband, at least now, there's no more abuse. So there's like a part of her that's kind of glad. I kind of like that. You know? And then later on, she's going to learn he's alive. That's assuming Jesse survives, that is. Anyway, add a random character. Yeah, now we do random character. So this will just be a character that the people that our group met on the road in between the break. And now they're going to join. Now they're going to join the group. Well, I guess it's Wesley. We're having Wesley, guys. Wesley, everyone. So Wesley is going to be joining our group. Very interesting. Hang on. It's loading. Wesley. There we are. So Wesley has joined our group. May as well go for the TV guy. This is a hilltopper, but he's not on the wheel anyway, so I guess in this universe, yeah, he's just found. So now we've got Wesley in the group. So what a random, obviously not including these two because they're on their own little path. But our group consists of Deanna, Spencer and Aiden, Jesse, Sam, Sophia, sorry, you're dead. Sam, Glenn, Herschel, Beth, Maggie, Patricia and Otis, Randall, Wesley. What a random group. And now Pete's going to be like hiding from the helicopter, him and Michelle. He's like, oh, slow down there, Petey. He's like, whoa. Blondie? Pete Blonde? Brown hair? I don't know. He's like, yo, Pete, how's about a big hug for your old pal, Jackie? Oh, yeah, Jackie cut her arm off. I forgot to mention that. Was that... I love it. I don't know why. It's just... Jackie's like the maybe not the last character I see, but it's funny. Yeah. So who is getting bit on the leg? Now I think at this point we need to upgrade Maggie because we said that her and Glenn are together still, so we'll carry on doing that whole plot line. So Maggie will be a new character. Now, Herschel at this point, I don't think was elevated to main cast until Season 4, which is weird thinking about it, because he's not even in half of Season 4, but this person's getting bitten on the leg. Oh, it's the new guy. Wesley is getting bitten on the leg. Bit weird of a, if AMC were to do that, all I'm saying is a bit weird to have a random character who's just joined to be the one-legged character. Oh, actually, I feel like maybe actually Herschel was a main character at this point. I'm misremembering. Oh well, it is what it is. I've already rolled for it. So Wesley's losing his leg, and then we have the prisoners. Now, what we're going to do here, we're going to D4 for how many of the prisoners are evil. So this determines how many of them are bad. So only 2. So same as normal. And then so which one is going to be Thomas? Big Tiny's going to be Thomas, okay. So we do need to put Big Tiny up here, because he will be dying. And which of these guys will be Andrew? Thomas, okay. Thomas. Okay, so these other guys are cool, but which one of them is getting the Big Tiny death? So which one of them scratched on the arm whilst they're trying to clear a cell? Okay, it's Oscar. So Oscar gets the Big Tiny death, so he is the first prisoner to go, sadly. So we lose Oscar. Very sad. He's my favourite of the prisoners, personally. Everyone's Axel Glaze. Everyone glazes Axel, but Axel is, I think, not the worst one, obviously, but I don't know. I always much preferred Oscar's character. Maybe it's just me. And I think he's more of a waste of potential than Axel, personally. Anyway, who kills Thomas? But in this universe, Big Tiny. Oh, I need to add Deanna twice now, I think. But well, it can't be Michonne. We'll say it's Deanna because it's closer to Deanna. Obviously, Michonne's not there. So yeah, Deanna is the one proving to her husband. That she can adapt as a leader. We kind of see this in this skip because, of course, she killed her husband, and now she kills Thomas. She goes, "Oh, I get it. Shit happens." Puts the machete in Big Tiny's head. Sorry, it's Big Tiny. I keep misremembering. Anyway, and our Axel is Tomas is our Oscar. So obviously, Tomas is our Tomas is our Andrew. So Tomas, of course, runs off into the little prison thing, and he gets locked in, maybe by Aiden and Spencer. I don't know. But he's locked out. But he will come back for his revenge. Now, who gets the lorry death? So this is, the big death of the season. Some sort of medical complication. Ooh, Glenn. Ooh. So I think what we'll say is, should we actually say? I'm thinking. This is what I'm thinking. Okay, I feel like in this universe, maybe the skip's a bit bigger, because obviously it's probably not enough of a skip for Maggie to be pregnant necessarily. But let's say that Maggie is pregnant. And so in this universe, we will have... We'll throw Judith over here. Judith can come back later. What we'll do is we'll throw in Herschel Jr. And Maggie's giving birth in this moment. But... whatever it may be, there's walkers, and in Glenn and Maggie, he risks his life to get her to the boiler room, and then they give birth, successfully give birth to Herschel Jr., and it's a lovely, sweet moment. But then Glenn reveals that he was bit, and that's when he kind of starts, like, the fever really starts to hit him, or whatever it may be. And there's walkers all around, and he's like, "Listen, you need to get the baby out there. The tombs are filled with walkers. It's going to be a while until Deanna and the others are able to get to us, right, and save, and the babe, you need to get out of here now, because whatever may happen." And he goes, "You need to stab me, let me turn." Obviously, maybe Glenn, like, ties himself up, whatever it may be. "You need to stab me, let me turn, and then once I've turned for a good few minutes, you need to gut me, cover yourself and the baby in the guts, and walk out of there." And that's exactly what Maggie does. And so it's like she comes out with the baby. Herschel and Beth are in absolute tears because they loved Glenn, his family as well. But we do have little Herschel Jr. Well, I guess we'll call him Glenn Jr. in this universe because why not? But yes, Glenn, unfortunately, is the death, the lorry death. And then who gets the T-Dog death? I'm liking this already. This feels fresh. This feels new. Patricia. I feel like Otis probably gets injured, and Patricia sacrifices herself for her husband. And Otis is protesting, but Patricia's like, actually maybe just Patricia gets bit. Yeah, Otis gets injured, Patricia gets bit, and so she sacrifices herself for her husband. And then poor Otis is found later on by, I don't know. Found later on by... Who's our Daryl? There isn't really a Daryl. I guess he's found by Herschel. Yeah, Herschel finds him later on in the room, dehydrated and all that. So there we go. And then who kills Andrew, but not Andrew? Tomas. Who kills our Tomas? Jesse. Ooh. Wait. It should be a minor character. Silly me. And then I need to add the prisoners. Sorry. Ignore this one. Well, I guess Otis is not getting in the boiler room then, because Otis is killing Tomas, which makes sense. Revenge for his wife. I like it. So yeah, Otis comes out, kills Tomas. I guess he's not going to be in the boiler room then. There is no fake out Carol death in this universe. Instead, he straight up murders Tomas in revenge for his wife. Anyway, now we've got... So, of course, Michonne leaves. I guess Pete hooks up with the governor. Pete couldn't dominate Michonne, but he could dominate Philip. That's the universe that happened. And maybe... Oh, my God. This is kind of dark. Take this with a grain of salt, okay? Because this is just my sleep-deprived mind. But what if, okay, Pete and the Gov... They're having their little gay romance, okay? They're in love. But then Pete, hits the governor. But because the governor is, really twisted, he's like, hit me again. So they have a relationship where he just beats up the governor. Am I making fun of domestic? I'm not making fun of domestic abuse here, okay? It's just Pete's finally found the perfect partner for him, one he can beat up and it be okay. Because the governor's into it. So, yeah, that's what we're going to go with. And Pete is, like, too into that. He's like, oh, that's too good. I don't have to deal with all the crying and stuff and, like, the potential police presence and being executed by someone who wants to bang my wife. So Pete's like, listen, I'm staying, Michonne. I tried to get it on with you, and you just weren't having it. So I'm sticking with the Gov. He's a real lover. So, yeah, Michonne dips. And then, of course, a bunch of people go after her. But which of these people will potentially reform and join the prison along with Michonne? 6. Bob Adams, guys. Bob Adams himself. Now, here's the tricky part. I need to find a picture of Bob Adams. Now, Bob Adams doesn't technically, we don't know exactly who Bob Adams is. However, I personally believe, it's my headcanon, that Bob Adams is God too. This guy here. Now, this is the guy who briefly appears as Shane to Rick, and then he kills Oscar. And then Rick shoots him in the face, and it turns out he's not Shane. But basically, I'm going to say that this guy is the Bob Adams, because he potentially could be Bob Adams, and that's all that matters. So Bob Adams has joined the crew, okay? Awesome. He's reformed. He helps Michonne get back to the prison. You know, he saves her against Jackie. Michonne v. Jackie in the woods. I'm not going to lie, that sounds pretty sick. I don't know why. One-handed Jackie and Michonne. I kind of like that. Yeah, so they fight in the woods, and eventually they make it back after these particular characters are kidnapped. So which characters are getting kidnapped? It can't be Pete, because he's hooking up with the governor. But I'm going to say, if you look at that little etch there, it's very close to Aiden, and I think Aiden makes sense. And I think I will say Aiden and Spencer. To be honest, I think that it's too perfect. And it was close enough, so I don't care. So Aiden and Spencer are getting kidnapped by Jackie. She remembers them, so she kidnaps both of them. So they're both tortured. Well, obviously, one of them eventually gives up where the prison is, and Deanna and the rescue team obviously come in to save her sons. She's not letting her sons die like this, not on her watch. So who gets the Oscar death whilst they are rescuing the sons? Oh, well, poor Axel. It goes to Axel. So Axel, of course, dies during the during the rescue mission. Sadly, we've already added our Jackie, but Jackie, of course, joins the group because she's outed. Obviously, she told the governor that she killed Michonne, but she obviously didn't kill Michonne, and maybe she also said that Bob Adams died, because obviously maybe Bob Adams was like under her, like one of her sort of underlings, and so that's going to look bad on her if he, her subordinate defected. So she kind of makes up the lie that Bob Adams died and also Michonne died, and both of them obviously end up coming back. Bob Adams helps to infiltrate Woodbury, and so the governor is like livid, and there's a fight to the death. I don't know, her and Michonne could work. I kind of like that idea. Maybe. No. Her and probably someone else in the rescue mission. Maybe Jesse. Actually, yeah, it could be Jesse. That could work. Because it's like, maybe they were friends or something. I don't know. Something like that. Fight to the death. They save Jesse. And then, of course, Jackie ends up tagging along. Now, Milton might tag along. We'll see how it works out. But who's getting the Axel death? So who's getting shot in the head by the governor? Very randomly, very shockingly. Shock death. Crazy. Oh. No! That's dark. That is dark. That is the darkest thing ever. So Maggie is stood in the prison yard with little Glenn Jr. cradling him, and the governor 360 no-scopes the baby in her hands. Blows his little brains right up. Oh my god. I don't know if I like that, but whatever, that's how it be. Maggie's distraught. Shootout occurs. Yeah, the group is broken. And of course, Deanna decides to head back to King County to go back to that police station, knowing that there'd be lots of guns there. Of course, she finds out Morgan died, and then Dwayne's there. Maybe he's gone crazy. But are we going to pick up the hitchhiker? No. No hitchhiker. Moral death. So, after they get the guns from Dwayne, who decides to self-sacrifice himself to try and take out the governor, and dies in the effort. Oh, well, listen. After what they did to little Glenn Jr., I do not blame her. So Maggie decides to get her revenge. She fails and gets shot by the governor. And then I think it has to be Herschel, right? Herschel finds Maggie as a walker. That's fucking brutal. Oh my god. Maggie and Glenn had a baby, and then both of them, the baby dies and they die. That's so brutal for poor Herschel. So he ends up putting Maggie down in a most brutal way. And I think at this point, Herschel, you deserve to be a main character after the pain you've gone through. And then D4 finale death. One has to be a main character. So who is... Wait, D4. 4 characters are dying. Oh my god. Well, some of these will just be in the battle of the... So we'll do 2 for the battle of the prison. So these 2. So Wesley dies in battle of the prison. But maybe he takes out... Maybe he actually... I think there's a one-on-one between him and... There's a one-on-one in between him and Schumpert. That's what we're saying. One-on-one between Wesley and Schumpert. Wesley takes out a bunch of the Schumpert's goons. And then he fights to the death. And and they kind of both kill each other in a way. Like, he injures Schumpert enough, but Wesley is also badly injured in the battle. But he's like... Maybe someone's like... I don't know. Jesse or something's like helping his wounds. But he's like, it's okay, don't worry. And then Andrew also... The last of our prisoners, damn. Andrew also dies in the battle of the prison. Again, maybe he can take out Hamburg. Andrew dies in battle of the prison. I guess... Oh, God, Julia as well. God, Julia would have died. Killed by Jackie. Yeah. Yeah, I think Andrew takes out Hamburg. Why not? Axel dies. Battle of the prison. Not battle of the prison. The rescue mission. Anyway, we've got one more death. Now this will be the Milton one, I guess. Not gonna lie, I kind of just hope it is Milton. Ooh, I really didn't want it to be Beth. I'm actually glad it's Milton. So Milton gets his death. He never left Woodbury. He was there the whole time. But who gets the Andrea death? So Milton is stabbed like he is normally. Ooh. Ooh. That works quite well. Okay, so yeah, Pete obviously discovered that Jesse was alive. I think he reconvened. He was trying to like find a way to keep both communities like safe, you know. He wanted an end to the bloodshed or to the violence, and he like maybe repented on what he'd done, and he realized that him and Jesse, he could never ask for forgiveness, and he could never really be with Jesse. So he kind of it not reforms, but in a sense, like at least accepts the error of, you know, the fact he was a piece of shit. And then, you know, he wants to try and, you know, not there be any casualties, especially his son. So I think he, you know, visits the prison like Andrea does, but he can't quite go through with killing the governor because there's something addictive about the governor and his dummy sub dynamic. But then the governor eventually realizes that Pete leaves. The governor finds him, catches him, and the governor's like, I'm doing the beating now, and smacks him about, and then ties him to the dentist chair, kills Milton, and then of course Milton bites Pete, and he's like, yeah, you like pain, Pete? You're gonna feel the biggest kink. This is the biggest, but you heard them bite play. So yeah, that's what's gonna happen to Pete, and then they all find him, and maybe Jesse, I don't know, forgives him, but at the very least is like, well, you tried. You know, like, I don't forgive you, but you tried, kind of thing. So, Or maybe she does forgive him, I don't know. Who knows? Depends how much abuse it was. Anyway, let's do Chaos Roll. 55. 55. Time jump of X. Time roll for X. What? X time. Months/years. Number of months/years is additional deaths. The number of months/years is the number of additional deaths to add. Oh, God. Roll for X. Well, I guess we'll roll... Okay, first off, what we'll say. Heads for months, tails for years. Months. Okay, so that makes it easier. So there's 12 months, so we'll just roll that. Oh, 11 months. So it's basically a year, almost a year. So there's 11 months time jump. And that means there's 11 deaths? 11th month time jump. So 11 deaths. I don't know about that one, Chief. We're talking like most of the cast here. 11 deaths? I don't know if I like that. I might veto this decision. What we'll do the 11th month time jump. I like that. That's fine. Not like it makes a difference. But I think what we'll do for the deaths is we'll roll... I think just a D4. I think that's fine. Oh, well, fuck me. We'll say, okay, listen. 1 death. And then we'll have 3 deaths here. So basically, the show lost a bunch of actors and all these characters were just killed off screen, unfortunately. Killing one-handed. Oh, whatever, fine. Oh, poor Randall. So, I guess Jackie, Randall... This is awful. Sasha. Okay, I'm okay with Sasha because she's basically done nothing. And... Bob Adams. All died off screen. Okay, listen. You can have Randall, you can have Sasha, you can have Bob Adams. But no to Jackie. I refuse. I'm vetoing the Jackie one. And we're just gonna go with 3. Because this is too brutal. This is already too brutal. Killing off Randall and Bob Adams. Listen, Bob Adams decided he died. We just learn he died. As well as Randall. But like there's part of Deanna where she's like, you know, those guys. And Sasha died as well, I guess. But she was like, those guys died, but they were great. They turned out to be good guys in the end. They reformed. And that's kind of like reinforced her policy of bringing people in. And of course, over this time, obviously she took Karen in after the fall of Woodbury. But she's been taking more and more people in. And you know what? Just because we've lost a lot of characters there, I want to add a random one. Because I can. I can decide what I want to do. We're not doing the producer and / director. That's I can't add the Normandy American Cemetery and Memorial. Although, technically speaking, William Dixon is buried there now. He plays Cyrus. Who the dude in the Baltimore? Ugh, who cares? Whatever, fine. Cyrus has joined the group. Woo, generic character. So we've got Cyrus in the group as well, guys. Step back. He's important. Right. Okay. Before we add, so Cyrus is just gonna automatically be a minor character, but listen, Otis. Easy main character now. No denying he has to be a main character. I don't know. I feel like Beth could be as well. I feel like Beth would be a good one. But I don't know if that's too many main characters. No, we'll leave Beth for now. She's up for next upgrade, you know. I mean, there's Sam too, actually, thinking about it. Oh well, we'll keep it like it is now. That's done. Anyway, so who's going to get the Zack death? So this person goes on the supply run, of course. Crushed by the helicopter. Very sad. It's Cyrus! Oh no! Not Cyrus. So Cyrus, yeah, new character. It's not going to be as likable as Zach, let's be honest. But he gets killed and crushed by the helicopter. And bitten, of course. Probably after Bob Stuckey was going on a little drinking bender. And then this character is getting the Patrick death. So they're getting sick from the flu. And they're dying. Okay, so this is going to Zach. So Zach still is going. But he's just dying a different way. So he gets sick. He coughs. He spews. He falls over. He dies. And then this person gets the Karen death. So this person is killed by a resident of the council or whatever it may be. Ooh, Mika. So Mika gets sick. And then this particular character decides to put Mika down. Oh, God. Otis, man. Oh, shit. I didn't mean to delete him. Otis killed by Otis. Ooh. I actually quite like this because he kind of was already fit the Carol role and like Patricia sacrificed herself for him. So I guess Deanna decides to exile Otis from the group. Kicked out. He's kicked out. Alright, and now we obviously have our governor episode. So what happens with Martinez? 6. He leaves the governor again and disappears into the mist. Well, goodbye, Martinez. We'll never see you again. Bye. He gone. So now we have the Herschel death. So who does the governor kill? Who does the governor decapitate? Oh. No, I did say immunity until season 3. I did break that rule with Reg. But I think this is too brutal to not do. And I kind of love it. So the governor kills Deanna's, like, because Deanna's like, you know, she's preaching to the governor. She's like saying, like, listen, we took in your friends. I forgave. There was a guy. Let me tell you about Randall and what he was. Randall. Like, she tells the story of Randall. You know, this guy, he attacked us, shot at us. We know we imprisoned him. One of our group tried to kill him, and he died trying to kill him. Like, violence begets violence. You know, violence just leads to more violence. Like, we can all live together. It's actually, you know, you don't have to hurt my son. You don't have to hurt Michonne. Don't, like, you know, this is all fruitless, etc., etc. And then the governor kills Spencer in front of Deanna and obviously Aid. Oh my god, that's brutal. And I think it's too good not to do. Wow. So now we have a coin flip. Flip a coin. Lily is added if it's heads. Tails for Tara. Heads for Lily? Lily. Ooh. So Tara. Lily? So basically, Tara just dies the same way Lily does. Wow. And then Lily is added. Who kills the governor? Now let's be honest, it's gotta be Deanna. It has to be Deanna. Deanna or Aiden, please. Okay, Michonne. So I guess Deanna like attacks the governor. The governor just beats the shit out of Deanna, and then Michonne stabs the governor and puts an end to him, just like she does in the show. And maybe it's Lily who puts the still Lily who puts the end to the governor. Yeah, we'll say Tara got that death. Who gets kidnapped? So obviously on the road, someone gets kidnapped by the hospital people. Now this has to be a minor character, and said minor character gets to become a main character moving forward. Karen? Okay, fair enough then. Fair enough. So Karen is kidnapped, and Karen taken by, I'll just put Grady. So she's taken by Grady Memorial Hospital with Tyrese. So maybe it's actually Tyrese. Oh, I don't know. Yeah, maybe. Karen! Running after her. Then we have the Cure team. Team Cure. Now I think what I will do is I'm going to roll a thing, and this will make sense in a second, for free. So three. 1, 2, 3. So I think I'm going to make Rosita instantly a main character. I know I've got a lot of main characters here, but I think we're going to have less moving forward anyway. But I feel like I need to have one of these cure team, like, you know, make it forward. So that's how it be. So now who gets the Mika death? So this character is stabbed and killed by Lizzie. To prove that walkers are, you know, alive in that, and she stabs and kills the guy who supposedly has the cure. Oh my god. So they meet up in this universe. They meet up with the cure team, or maybe they get split up. They think Eugene has the cure, and maybe even they believe it, because Eugene probably will never reveal that he lied. So that's pretty brutal. Eugene already taken out, killed by a child. And then who kills Lizzie? Deanna. Oh, so Deanna. Oh, this is a dark path for Deanna. She's like, done. She's like, we don't give people second chances anymore. Not even the mentally ill children. So she shoots Lizzie in the back of the head. Oh, God. Dark Deanna. Darth Deanna. Anyway, who is killing Joe? My God. I guess she's also meeting up with Joe, because Deanna is also going to kill Joe. Now, maybe, I don't know what's happening here. Maybe they threaten Beth or something, or maybe, I don't know, it could be anyone, really. Oh, Mika, you died. Soz Mika. And Zach died. Wait, hang on. Zach died. Cyrus died. Zach died. Mika was killed by Otis. Spencer then was killed. Tara killed. Eugene killed, Governor killed, Eugene killed, yeah. And now Joe killed, so, wow. And Lizzie killed, obviously. By Deanna. So Deanna was not, she's taking out characters left, right, and centre. Right, so now we're getting to season 5. So basically, there's going to be a character in the train cart with them. Just a random character who's also there in the train cart. Pamela Milton from Road to Survival. I'm going to say no, just because Pamela Milton does come later on, and that'd be a bit weird to have two Pamela Milton. Dusty from Dusty. Okay, we get Dusty, guys. So poor, lovely Dusty. I hate that name. What a horrible name. Anyone who's called Dusty, I'm sorry. So Dusty has joined the group. Everyone, that's cool. Now, who saves the characters from Terminus? No, I really hope it's Otis. I really hope it's Otis. It's not. It's Jesse. Okay, we're getting badass Jesse arc. That's okay. Jesse's kind of our Carol, I guess. So Jesse is the one to save them from Terminus. She blows up. I guess Otis reunited with them as well, and then he just got imprisoned too. So Jesse blows up Terminus, saves everyone. They eventually meet Dr. Gabriel, Father Gabriel. They bring Dusty along as well. They're like, "You come with us. It's all right. You're one of us now," type of thing. And now we have the tainted meat. Who is tainted meat? You're eating tainted meat. Who is it? Poor Gabriel. Gabriel. They go for the new guy, I guess. I'm sorry. Gabriel gets done dirty, I swear. They go for the new guy. Cannibals kidnap Gabriel. They eat his leg. We have the tainted meat moment. Very sad. And then who takes out Gareth? Jessie. Oh my god, she's like, I'm here to finish the job. The Terminus job. Oh my god. Jessie is like our Miranda this rewrite. She's going crazy. She killed Carol. She killed Bob. And sorry, Bob. She killed she blew up Terminus. She's killed Gareth. What else has she done? She's done a lot, I swear. Man, she's going crazy. Anyway, we have to add Noah now. You know who I'm adding? Anyway, Beth Death. So, this particular character, of course, stabs Dawn, or causes some sort of complication in the corridor, which basically results in Dawn shooting said person. And it can't be Deanna. That's silly. And this point forward, Aiden does have immunity. That's silly. Right, if it's another one of these, it's just going to Karen. If it's another one of these, it's just going to Karen. Okay, it's going to Karen. So, listen, it's landed on Deanna too many times, so it's going to the character who won the role before, basically, for this position. So, Karen will basically do the whole thing with Beth. She was kidnapped to the hospital. She, ran, and Tyrese was happy to see, Tyrese wanted to see his girlfriend again, after losing his sister off screen. So, after losing his sister off screen, he was quite happy to see his girlfriend again. But unfortunately, Karen decided to shoot, what's her name? Dawn. And so sadly, Karen was dead. Now, where is Sasha? Did I put her in this one? Oh, yeah, because these died off screen. Oh, yeah, that's fine. So anyway, poor Karen. Someone's carrying a body out. I don't know who's carrying a body. Maybe it's Otis. Otis carries Karen's body out, and Tyrese breaks down in tears, very upset over the loss of his the beloved girlfriend. But who kills Dawn? Fucking hell, Jesse's going on a mad one. Jesse is on a mad one, everyone. Deanna told Jesse to... I said before, Deanna was like, Jesse, maybe you should do more around the group. Because maybe Deanna didn't quite know the whole abuse situation. He was like, Jesse, why don't you do more for the group? So Jesse took that from Deanna. Fucking, she's gone hard. Anyway, now we have the Tyrese death. So which character is bitten on the arm? They attempt to chop off said arm, but they're not. Oh, damn. Michonne. Oh. So Michonne gets the Tyrese death. And unfortunately, she doesn't make it, and she bleeds out and dies. That is brutal. That's brutal. Man, we've lost Gabriel. We lost Michonne. That's crazy. Okay. So, funnily enough, we now get to do this. Now, what I'm going to do, just briefly, is I'm just going to put these guys here like this. So, we'll add these. Oh wait, hang on a minute. No. Let me just copy and paste this. Cut and copy. Make this make sense. So we're gonna add these guys and we'll add them to our exclusive Alexandria role that we'll do for a bit. And then on top of that, we've got to add Rick, Laurie, Shane, Carl, Judith, because I guess Judith was just born there in Alexandria. Then we've also got to add Morales, Miranda, Eliza, and Louis. So those are our Alexandrians in this universe. Done. So who gets the Aiden death? So obviously, imagine our characters on the road as well. We've got to imagine, we all love to do that shot. So the shot of the characters on the road. You ready? You got Deanna with her last remaining family member alive, Aiden. You've got Jesse. I'm thinking maybe at this point, Aiden and Jesse are a thing. I feel like Jesse might be a bit older than Aiden, but that could work. I feel like that could work. Aiden and Jesse, like a power couple type thing. I don't know. I could see that. And they're both kind of looking after Sam. Like Sam's like, yeah, I'm liking that. I'm liking that so much that I'm saying Sam, you're a main character now. Sam's a main character. I'm up in Sam. They're looking after Sam. The two of them. Jesse's lost her son. One of her sons. He's lost his father and his brother. They're like a little couple now. I'm gonna go with that. That's what we're going with. So that's on the the dream team there. Deanna on the road. Herschel's there, of course, with Beth. Otis is still kicking. One-handed crazy Jackie. You got Tyrese, who's distraught after losing basically everything. You got Patrick, who's I guess tagging along. Bob Stuckey. Lily, who is just distraught over everything as well. Lots of people with dead children. Abraham, literally, dead child. I shouldn't laugh. That's not funny. Dead child. There's lots of dead children here. Is all I'm saying. People with dead children. Anyway, yes, that's our characters on the road. So who's getting the Aiden death? out of the Alexandrians. So this particular Alexandrian gets a bit too trigger happy, shoots a grenade, gets impaled, and then is left to die by the others. Oh, it's Miranda. Now, poor Miranda, she had like, she did so much in like some of the wheel rewrites, but in this one she's getting snubbed out straight away. So Miranda is getting the Aiden death, and then who is getting the Noah death? Oh wait, this rule. Who's getting the Noah death? So who pulled in to the escalator, the revolving doors, and ripped apart? Oh my God, no! He goes to Abraham. Wow. Taking out Abraham like that is harsh. Abraham taken out. Maybe Rosita is forced to watch. Yeah, I like that. I like that. Rosita then attacks Nicholas, but then is like, Deanna had a point at the start, and I want Deanna's leadership. That sounded good. I mean, I wasn't there to witness it, but that sounded pretty good. Anyway, Reg's death. So, which of these Alexandrians is killed by... wait, not Pete. Oh, God, wait, shit. Oh, okay. Wait, we need to do the whole beast thing. So maybe in this universe, the person beating his wife is Rick. Is that too dark? Is that too much of an assassination of the character? Fuck it, I don't care. In this universe, Rick got so pissed off with Laurie, their marriage was on the rocks. He resorted to violence. Okay, he resorted to violence against his own wife. And Shane was trying to stop it, maybe. And Shane was like an advocate for stopping it. And maybe he is the one who came to the group, like came to Deanna with this. But Rick is also the leader of Alexandria. Oh shit, of course. So when they arrive at Alexandria, like, who's Rick? Like, oh, you'll have to see Rick. And Abraham was like, who's Rick? Who's Richard? Yeah, they meet Rick. Shane is maybe... Or maybe actually Shane is the... Actually, fuck it, no. Shane is the leader of Alexandria. Who's Shane? So Shane's the leader of Alexandria. Well, obviously Rick's like the second in command, right? And then Shane's like, they come to Shane with like, Rick's beating his wife, and he's like, no, Rick wouldn't do that. Like, Shane actually doesn't believe it. But then after they kill, Enid. Okay, so maybe Shane has like a father-daughter relationship with Enid. Like, he's been looking after her ever since she arrived at Alexandria. And so after Rick kills Shane, kills Enid. That's what we're going with. I don't care. I know I'm killing off Rick like straight away, but who cares? Enid, yeah, fuck it, fuck Rick. Yeah. So who kills Rick? Shane says, "This person, do it, do it." Who is it? Rosita, do it. So. Yeah, maybe she says, Deanna, do it, and Deanna kind of gives a nod. Shane's like, Deanna, do it! And then Deanna's like, gives a nod to Rosita, and Rosita's the one who takes out, Rick. So, Rosita kills Rick. He was beating Laurie and Carl. What can I say? This is a dark version of Rick. This is not the Rick we know. This is a alternative universe, disgusting Rick that we do not like. 32. We're on to our chaos roll. Oh, and at the end of that, Dwayne shows up. Deanna? Deanna? Yeah, so we have to add Dwayne to our group. Awesome. What was our chaos roll again? Our chaos roll was 32. A bad storm hurts the community, and we lose 2 minor characters. Okay, so we start off... Oh wait, we got rid of Rick. Get rid of Rick. We start off the season with a big bad storm. And 2 minor characters are unfortunately going to be taken out. Who will they be? Oh, not Dusty! Oh no! Wait, did I ever add Dusty? Oh yeah, because she would have been on the the wheel, wouldn't she? Oh, she would have been on the walk. We didn't have Dusty there on the walk. Oh well. Dusty, I'm sorry. It's the end of the road for you. You die in a storm. Very sad to lose Dusty like that. Bad storm. Dusty dies. As does. Who? Who else dies? Nicholas. Oh. Maybe Rosita, after what happened with Abraham, maybe she, like, leaves him to die. I kind of like that. She's like, oh, fuck that guy. He got Abraham killed. And, like, allows him to like, I don't know, like, get crushed by a tree or whatever. Or maybe he's pinned by, like, a tree after a bad storm. Yeah, anyway. Now we do the Eastman role. So, of course, we have the flashback with, in this universe, Dwayne and Eastman. And this is what happens with Eastman. He's alive with whoever. Okay, cool. So, Eastman is alive. So, Eastman and Dwayne. And I'm going to add Eastman to this... to this one. Now Beth gets to be main character, because why not? As does Dwayne. Eastman though is going to be back here, yeah. So Eastman has joined our group. Cool. We can just add everyone here. Shane, Carl, Morales, Louis, Eliza. Nicholas has died in the storm. Olivia, Tobin, Eastman. Cool. And also, we get to add... where are they? Denise and Heath. So they're added too. Coolio. Anyway, now we get the Nicholas death. So this particular character panics, shoots himself. Let's say with Rosita, because I feel like she's kind of became the new Glenn in a sense. Oh, it's Tobin. No, not Tobin. So Tobin panics, shoots himself in the head. Rosita and Tobin go down. Looks like Rosita's faked out death, but turns out it's just Tobin. Tobin's body, and she crawled under the dumpster. And then this is Deanna's death, our titular protagonist of this particular episode, who is getting the Deanna death. Denise the doctor. So Denise is, of course, injured, bitten by a walker, and then she kind of goes out, like, shooting at the walkers. Now we have the Sam, Jesse, Ron death. Now, ideally, if it lands on someone particular, I might decide to do something. Oh! I mean, it's too tempting. It's just too perfect, isn't it? Okay, are you ready? Are you ready for... Oh, wait. Oh, guys. I'm sorry. This is too good. So Deanna arrives, and she has a thing for Shane, because he's a leader, and she knows... But Shane was obviously blind. Shane's biggest flaw was he was blinded, you know, by his loyalty for Rick. And Shane probably has a few lovers, but Deanna comes in, and, you know, this is a younger man, of course, right? But Deanna's like, she's feeling like a bit of a cougar in this situation. And so she starts putting on the fluttery eyes for Shane, and he falls for it, because he loves a good leader. Now, of course, Laurie at this point, I think, I hate making, like, all of the theories people had about Laurie being, like, some serial cheater true. I don't like doing that, but it just works for this story, okay? So Laurie in this universe, I guess, was also having an affair with Shane, as well as being beaten up by Rick. And maybe that's the reason why Rick was beating her up, because she kept sleeping with Shane. And so Laurie thought, well, Rick's gone, I can bang Shane. And, you know, during the No Way Out section, what happened is Laurie, I think Laurie's getting the Ron death, okay? I'm not going to lie. Judith, I know, I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry to kill the Grimes off. I'm so sorry, but it is what it is. It's just too good. I think Judith cries and attracts the walkers. Okay? Carl, obviously the walkers attract, you know, grab Judith, rip Judith from Carl's hands and, like, devour Judith, okay? In front of poor Carl. And then Carl, of course, screams out as they grab his sister, and so then Carl, after screaming out, is devoured. Guys, it's too perfect. What can I say? This is just... I know I'm taking out the Grimes family one by one, but they're not major characters in this rewrite. And then I think Laurie just blames Deanna for everything, and so she goes to shoot Deanna. Like, you. And who, I say, gets shot in the eye? Beth! Oh! She just happens to, get in front of Deanna. She, dives in front of Deanna, takes the bullet from Laurie, and Beth loses an eye. Wow. Cinema. I'm sorry. People are going to hate me for taking out the Grimes like that, but that's how it be sometimes when you're doing the rewrite. You're just a bit brutal. Anyway, does Owen reform? Oh, yes, cool. So we'll add Owen to our group of collective characters. How many main characters do we have out of curiosity? We have 10. I think that's enough. I feel like Tyrese probably does deserve, just because I've given him significant stuff to do. I'm sorry, I feel like I've relegated Bob to minor character, but there's just not enough characters to do stuff at the moment. I guess they're all doing their own thing. You can insert where you want. But Owen, I guess, reforms early with the help of Eastman, probably, and Dwayne being there. He's reformed quicker. That one's done. Then the Denise death. So who... shot in the head with a crossbow bolt, falls to the floor. Oh, guys. Poor little Louis Morales, man. That's brutal. So Dwight ends up shooting Louis? Yikers. That is, that's not nice. That's all I can say. Where are you, little Louis? I'm sorry. You've been taken out. And then which characters go to the kingdom? These characters get to be exempt from the Negan kill, so that's fun. Who's going to land on? Tyrese, okay. So we'll go with Tyrese, and we can make it random. Tyrese and who? I'll put them on here for now. Okay. Yeah, why not? Why not? Maybe there's a little bit of a rift between Deanna and Aiden. Aiden's doesn't want to be overprotective, protected by his mother. He's because he's an adult as well. So Tyrese and Aiden, they decide to go to the kingdom, or they obviously maybe it's Aiden runs away. Tyrese promises Deanna that he'll find Aiden for her, kind of thing. He's like, I promise I'll find her. I'll bring her back. And then of course we have a complication where they need to go to the hilltop. Who could be preggers? Maybe Rosita. I don't know. Rosita preggers with Coco early. But it's Abraham's instead of Sadiq's. Why not? We'll say that. So they're trying to get Rosita to the hilltop for a pregnancy. So which character gets the Abraham death? Oh! One-handed Jackie, the toughest son of a bitch there, or daughter of a bitch there, and Jackie gets taken out. I'm okay with that. Fair enough. So Negan takes out Jackie, and then who next does Negan take out? This is for our Glenn. Damn. Always hurting the greens, Negan. He takes out Beth. One-eyed Beth. In front of Herschel. Oh my god. Negan taking out the women. Wow. Crazy. I guess he didn't want Beth as a wife. Anyway, this person, I'm going to say... Lacey Green. That actually kind of is funny. Herschel's long lost daughter. I know it's from fucking Match Free Tales, but whatever. Herschel's long lost daughter comes back. She's like reveals herself. Turns out Herschel had a third daughter, okay? And maybe he's talked about her before. But basically, Lacey Green, who's Herschel's fourth daughter, maybe his eldest daughter, sees Beth. She's like one of the saviors in the crowd. But she only realizes it's Beth, like, when it's kind of too late. And she realizes it's her father. Like, it's one of these people. Because she wasn't really paying attention before. Because she's just a grunt. And then she kind of realizes it. And I think she probably will defect pretty, like Dwight does. Pretty straight away type of thing. And Herschel just doesn't forgive her. Like, does not forgive her. It's like, you know, I lost what I thought was my only daughter in that moment. My last surviving daughter. So fuck you, Lacey. Like, I don't accept you as my last, you know, because that would hurt. That would really hurt him, right? That fucked me. Imagine finding out that your daughter helped participate in the death of your other daughter, a daughter that you thought was dead. I mean, I kind of like that, man. That's kind of, and now it would be so good if Herschel is the guy who's kidnapped. I'm not gonna lie. Do you know what? I don't care. Fuck it. No, it's too good. It has to be Herschel. Herschel is the one who's taken to be tortured after obviously he like attempts to like kill Negan after what happened, and that's where he meets Lacey. Maybe like for the audience we get like a little reveal with the savior lineup, like Lacey's watching from ahead and sees it go down. We kind of like, who the hell's this character? And that's when we learn right later on when she confronts Herschel whilst he's being kept in the sanctuary. I think that's too beautiful. That's too beautiful. In terms of who goes to the hilltop, listen, I'm thinking it's got to be Jesse. Well, who's lost someone? Jackie, I don't know, maybe Otis and Jackie were a thing. Who knows? I'm going to say Otis and... Well, I guess Aiden's kind of abandoned Jesse and Sam. I said that Aiden was with Jesse and Sam and he's briefly abandoned them. Maybe he was more trying to find like a safe place, but then because he was injured, he has to stay at the hilltop. So we'll say Otis and well, I guess Rosita, right? Because she's obviously got the baby. So yeah, Otis decides to like look after Rosita while she's got the baby. So they go to the hilltop, and then who goes to the ocean side? Now who have we really got who can go to the ocean side? I don't think that Jesse and Sam can go, because they'll be waiting for Aiden, right? And they'll probably go back to Alexandria. Rosita and Otis, we said, has already gone. It can't really be Deanna. Herschel's been kidnapped. So ultimately speaking, there's only one character can be, and that's Dwayne. So we'll say that Dwayne goes to the ocean side. And who does he take with him? Which minor character does he take with him? It would be too perfect to land on Eastman, but that does mean that Eastman will die. Oh my god, it's so close to Eastman. Bob Stuckey, fuck, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry to Bob Stuckey fans. I like Bob Stuckey a lot, but he always gets the short end. It's something about, it's like him, Gabriel, like Abraham's group, it's just their placement. It's just not perfect. So yeah, Bob Stuckey, unfortunately, is the Heath, so he goes missing. And I hate doing the whole missing character thing, apart from Martinez, who I guess gets it. So in this universe, Bob Stuckey just dies. So Dwayne comes back and finds Bob Stuckey has died, basically. Very sad. Anyway, this particular character is a snake and tries to attempt a coup d'etat on Deanna Monroe and I guess Shane, like the joint leaders who are banging. Oh, fuck. Oh my god, no! Oh, that's brutal. Maybe whilst Herschel's like... Yeah, Herschel like just doesn't forgive his daughter, and Lacey like attempts to coup d'etat. She's like, like attempting to be like, let me be the lieutenant of Alexandria. My father's here, etc., etc. And I can have favor with these people. And Negan's like, you're a snake, Lacey Green, and like kills her. And then later, when Herschel like arrives after maybe killing Fat Joey, we'll see, he finds out that Lacey, he never got to forgive his other daughter, and now he literally is childless. That is so fucking brutal. Oh my god. I think that is like the most depressing, demoralizing story thread I think I've ever heard. Oh Jesus. This is the Olivia death. A rat kills somebody. She goes for the twink. Wow. Okay. I mean, who was the third person she was going to shoot third? That was the third person I think she was going to shoot, right? Anyway, yeah, because when they threaten, Negan wants to know who made the bullet. She turns the gun on Eric. So yeah. So does Herschel kill Fat Joey? Heads. He kills him. Yeah. Okay. So Herschel beats the fuck out of Fat Joey. Wow. So Herschel, rage induced, takes a pipe or whatever it was, and beats the ever-living snot out of Fat Joseph's face. Poor Fat Joey. So he's gone. And then he finds that his daughter is dead. Oh god. Who gets the Eugene kidnap? And basically this character, I guess, in a sense, betrays the group for a bit. Well, it can't be Herschel. It literally cannot be Herschel. We also need to... No, we need to upgrade a character anyway. So I think what we'll do... I think at least 2 or 3 characters need to be upgraded, actually. Ooh. Ooh, it being Jesus? Like Jesus, like Negan realizes that Jesus is like in cahoots with Alexandria. So Jesus becomes a savior, like he just is brought into the Negan core. I don't know, maybe he is like that. And this character, I think, needs to be... Oh, I'm rolling for main character, but I mean, okay, yeah. That makes sense anyway. Shane, joint leader. Him and Deanna are hooking up, of course. Oh, to be fair, I've got characters over here. That's why, as well. We do actually have quite a lot of main characters. But yeah, I think Shane being a main character makes sense anyway. So, yeah. What do you say? So Jesus is getting kidnapped. Very random. And then we add our Kingdomers. Again, we're not doing the whole Richard Benjamin thing. I can't be bothered. I find that boring, personally. And then we'll also add the Oceanside Gals. And then we have our main, or Sasha death. So this character infiltrates the sanctuary and then takes the pill, the Sudoku pill, and unfortunately... Damn! After she's given birth? Yeah, let's say. So what we'll say... Where are you, Coco? Let's say she gives birth, and as soon as she's done giving birth, right? She's like, have we got, like, baby formula? Like good stuff, yeah? Or maybe she gives birth, but there's, like, some sort of, like... I don't know. I'm just thinking, like, she gives birth, but then she's bitten type deal. Oh, actually, wait. I've got a really brutal storyline. Are you ready? So, it turns out Rosita was having twins. Coco's born safely, but the second baby is, like, stillborn. But it's, like, turned. So it literally, like, rips its way out of Rosita. She's, like, very injured. But Rosita is a mama bear, right? And she knows she's dying anyway. So she goes into the Negan thing. She... she kills a few men. She's captured. She knows she's gonna die, so there is no taking the pill here. She's bleeding out, like, and she's been bitten, and obviously she'll be bleeding quite badly. And then she dies in the coffin, attacks Negan, etc., etc. So we'll go with that. Sorry guys, sorry for the gross death, but there you go. That's how my mind works. I'm just sick in the head. So 25 to 5. You can give immunity to one character. You decide who. Huh, okay. Well, this will be immunity until season 11. I'm not gonna lie, guys. I like Jesse. I think Jesse's been a great character so far. Kind of like Otis, just as a mean character. But if I'm gonna give immunity to anyone, it's gotta be Herschel. So Herschel is immune until season 11. There you go. Now we can add Whitey Boy. And now we get to see Dale and Amy again. So what we'll do is we'll roll this. This only makes sense to me, really. So 4. That means both of them will be alive. Oh, okay. So Yeah, I'm going to say that we meet Dale and Amy, and both of them are imprisoned. Neither of them killed. Are found and imprisoned. But they're revealed to both be saviors. They're both alive, but they're both successfully subdued and imprisoned. Because Deanna doesn't want to kill an old friends. Then we have Eric's death. So who gets the Eric death? Shot, injured, bleeds out, and then joins the herd. Well, I guess during the acquisition of kidnapping and imprisoning Amy, she gets shot, she joins the herd, and Deanna feels like this war is going down shit's creek without a paddle, I guess. Who gets the Shiva death? So taken out whilst protecting their leader. I veto. No. Coco gets one more chance. She's literally just been born, man. Oh, Patrick? Damn. That dude's been here for ages. Fuck it, why not? So I guess Patrick, yeah, Deanna's surrounded by walkers after, like, trying to, like, you know, with the whole Amy situation and trying her best to, like, make sure that things go smoothly or what, you know, and not wanting to take prisoners and not necessarily have too many casualties. I feel like Deanna has gone a bit back and forth here, but I guess Rick does in a similar way. Yeah, like, she's surrounded and Patrick comes out, sacrifices himself, and Deanna feels like shit because of it, because, you know, Patrick is just a kid. Well, I guess at this point he'd be older, but yeah, he'd still be young, but he kind of finally, like, steps up, becomes like a real man, you know. Yeah, I kind of like it. Minor character, who shoots Grandma? So who shoots Natanya from the Oceanside? The grumpy old lady who owns Oceanside. Well, I guess she's got a good reason to be grumpy. Oh, it's Beatrice. Ooh, a little bit of betrayal there, I guess. So yeah, she shoots Beatrice by mistake, I guess, but maybe the confusion was caused by our characters going to Oceanside. I don't know who it could be. We'll say fuck it. We'll say Lily, because Lily's basically got to do fuck all so far. So Lily went to Oceanside with, I don't know, this person. Eastman. Yeah, Lily and Eastman went to Oceanside, and I feel like Eastman probably deserves to be a main character. I don't care, fuck it. We'll have a bunch of main characters. Lily and Eastman, they go to Oceanside. We've had Sadiq. I guess, I don't know, who we got here? Oh, it's done this thing, or it's done a bloody blank thing. Anyway, who's getting called F? Who saves Sadiq and then is going to die? Oh, it's Jesus. So although Jesus, I guess, is still betraying the group, so who's going to do the bullet thing? I don't know. But Jesus saves Sadiq. He's like, yo, I wasn't actually betraying you guys. I don't know. I guess I decide to save your life is not for me. Here's this random doctor I found. I couldn't get Dr. Carson out, soz, and then he pieces out and dies because he's been bitten. Then before he's like, Deanna, well, you can all live together, and he gives the whole, like, call speech, I guess. Yeah, Beatrice shot Grandma. I don't know who was there at Oceanside. Lily and someone. Anyway, Lily and Eastman's what I said. Yeah, they're in Oceanside. Anyway, so Jesus is dead. Does Gavin reform? Heads yes. Tails no. No. And so who's going to kill Gavin? Ooh, Aaron. Very random, but okay. He helps to liberate the kingdom, I guess. Then we add Alden, and this is going to get so frigging confusing with Aiden, because they're a letter different, and Ellen and I look very similar when they're not capitalized. So that's done. Hall and Carson death. So who is shot after, I guess, getting Carson out? Oh, shut the front door. Aaron. So Aaron, I guess, attempts to get, I guess he does free Dr. Carson for, well, I guess for the community. Maybe there's a lot of people, maybe there's an illness going around. It's not necessarily a pregnancy. Or maybe it's for Coco, actually. You know, little Coco. And he does successfully get Dr. Carson, you know, rescues Dr. Carson. But in the process, he is shot and he is killed. Very sad. And then we've got Battle of the Hilltop. Tobin death. Here we go. Who's getting the Tobin death? And then gutted. Stabbed and then turns thereafter and wreaks havoc. Eliza. Oh, God. Poor Morales. He's lost everyone. Damn. Morales is a lost man at this point. He's like their weapon. They'll just release him. Now, he is actually technically a minor character here. Like a minor character, but still. So, yeah, Eliza gets the Tobin death. She's stabbed. She then wreaks havoc on the Barrington house. And then who kills Jared? If it lands on this blank spot, it'll be Morales. Oh, no, it's Deanna. Okay. I guess, like, maybe the whole thing that happened with Patrick was caused by, like, Jared and, like, Gavin and his group. So she specifically goes after him. Maybe she also learns with the whole Benjamin situation, because that would have still played out the same, albeit with Aiden and Tyrese. And so maybe she learned from Aiden as well. But, yeah, she grabs Jared. Yeah, Deanna's a bit... She's going between murdering folks and saving folks. She's a little, dare I say, a little bipolar this season. I'm sorry. Anyway, Laura. Heads, she is evil. She's good. Tails, she's good. Does DJ stay evil? Tails, no. Heads, yes. DJ, evil. Frankie. Frankie. Oh, shit. Frankie. Evil. And then, is Sherry dead? Alive. Heads, alive. Tail. Oh, damn. Okay. So, Sherry, after leaving the sanctuary, is later found by Dwight to be dead. Very brutal. On top of that, someone's got to kill DJ. So who's killing DJ? And then we'll do this one for Frankie. Who's killing Frankie? Dale! Okay, I guess he's proven his loyalty to the group. He's reformed. Yes, he's lost Amy, but he realises that was just a shitty situation, and that's just unfortunately what occurred. So he ends up killing Frankie. And then Lily. Ooh, Lily kills DJ. Okay. So we'll go killed by Lily. Oh no, killed by Dale. Killed by Lily. And then obviously Sherry's just found. It's just a brutal end to Dwight's character, basically. So only Negan and Laura are joining, because the rest of them are dead. What I'll do is I'll just put Laura on this one, and then Negan on this one. Negan here. We've got a lot of main characters here, so I'm probably not going to add many too soon. Who kills Simon? I guess if it lands on that blank spot, we'll just do a minor character maybe? I don't know. Shane. Okay, that's interesting. Guess Shane infiltrates the sanctuary on behalf of Deanna, and he absolutely goes AWOL. To be honest, Shane v Simon could be kind of cool. I could see that. And so Shane beats the shit out of Simon. Now we have to account for the Dwight. Sorry, not the Dwight. The Morgan exit, which will be a death at the battle, and then also account for the Dwight exit, which will also be a death at the battle. We'll re-roll for that one. Oh, okay. Well, I guess after finding his wife dead, Dwight just goes absolutely batshit on the saviors. Maybe does so there is no bullet. So because there is no bullet thing in this universe, because of course Jesus decided to save Sadiq and then nope out. I think probably in this universe it's probably going to be a mix of. I hate the bullet thing anyway. I think it's a dumb twist personally. and like it makes Eugene kind of seem a bit dumb. I can maybe explain it in the future why it's a silly plan. I don't actually believe Eugene would risk his life to do that. But I digress. It's a dumb twist. It is what it is. But maybe in this universe there is no bullet swap stuff. Instead, it's a mix of, infiltrating the sanctuary, convincing certain people to defect. And I think Dwight is a big reason as well. I think Dwight, after seeing Sherry is dead, has 0 to lose, and he just goes absolutely ham on Negan's army. And Shane is unfortunately killed in the battle, probably by Negan. And then who then goes to fight and kill Negan? But Deanna's beloved Shane taken out. Damn. She was giving him loving. Oh, okay. Well, we can remove that. Do you know what I'm going to say there? I'm going to say Shane. It was because it was a blank spot. I'm going to say it's like a mix. Shane kills Negan. Negan kills Shane in the final battle. But Shane kind of also, brutally wounds Negan. And Deanna can't save Shane. Siddiq's like, I'm sorry, he's gone. And so she's like, we'll save him instead then, because he needs to suffer. So, yeah, that's what happens. And in the time skip, this random character gets to join the group. Annie from Fear the Walking Dead. Woo! Maybe that's where she went. Morgan told her to... Well, I guess Morgan... There is no Morgan in this universe. Alicia from Fear told Annie to piss off up to Georgia, so she did that. Oh, not for Georgia, Virginia. Annie joins from Fear. Anyway, so yeah, very random, not particularly very interesting character, but that'll be how it be sometimes. Who hangs Gregory? Ooh, Sam. Well, I guess he'd be much older now, but bit dark. But fair enough. He decides maybe everyone else is off on a trip, so he decides he's the final vote on the justice, and he decides that Gregory has to go. Who was in charge of Hilltop again? I forget. I need to just remind myself. Otis and Rosita, but obviously Rosita not anymore. Yeah, so maybe Otis was out of town. Sam kind of maybe. Jesse and Sam was sort of maybe under Otis's mentorship as they, one day he wants to kind of follow in the family footsteps because obviously Jesse is married into the Monroe family now. Sam kind of is calling Aiden, dad, and so he wants to be like his, I guess, step grandmother, Deanna, and so he's kind of learning to be a leader from Otis. And whilst Otis is away, Gregory attempts his coup to try and take over the Barrington house. Maybe he doesn't attack Otis necessarily, or attack Sam, but he just kind of tries to, I don't know, some sort of council, invoke Order 66 type deal. And for that treason, Sam decides to hang Gregory, and that kind of, inspires the Oceanside gals, I guess, to which, to be honest, Olivia, I'm just gonna say Cindy does this with the kills a rat. But who loses an arm? Wait, it should be one of these characters, not one of these characters. Rat just gets killed by Cindy, inspired by Sam. Oh no, Jesse! Damn. So Jesse is getting one-armed. One-armed Jesse. Okay. And then which character dies on the bridge? Not disappears, dies. Because we're not having no spin-offs. It's tempting. It is tempting. But I think I do want to keep one son alive. So I'm going to say no to that one. Okay. Otis. He's had a good run. He is the leader of Hilltop. I think, he feels like probably feels responsible for the stuff that happened with Sam. People want to kill Negan now, ruining Deanna's justice. And, her and Deanna have been pretty tight for all this long, even though Well, I guess he didn't shoot her husband. It was Herschel who shot her husband. But even though things have, they started on like a rocky path type deal. Otis and Deanna have been pretty tight, been pretty good friends. Obviously Herschel's devastated by losing Otis. He's like the last person from the farm. But yeah, Otis dies on the bridge. Damn. And then this is to account for the Jadis exit. Although I've removed Jadis because I generally don't. Oh, do you know what? That works. Annie. So Annie was fucking around with the CRM and she gets killed. I got rid of it. I just do not care about Jadis that much. So, and she only really has an effect in like the other shows anyway. So I just don't care. Fuck it. I have the Jadis death. The Jadis exit as a death. Anyway, which main character exits? This is just a simple exit, not a death. Don't worry. This is to account for the Maggie exit. So this particular character is going to go away for a little bit. It can't be Deanna though. That can't happen. But this particular character is going to go away for a bit. Is going to form the Meridian group. And yeah. Sam. Okay, that makes sense. He probably would feel pretty like heartbroken. Maybe he also meant like Georgie as well. I don't know, but maybe like he doesn't want to rule Hilltop in Otis's place, even though it was set up for him. I kind of like that actually. He doesn't feel he deserves it because he thinks he was a bad leader. He didn't. He kind of broke that promise, and so he just kind of goes off, sends letters, and he's like, "Mom, listen." But maybe obviously it would have been very recently when Sam probably would be like in his late teenage. Probably, yeah, he would be like approaching like 18, 19. So, although Jesse probably definitely doesn't approve, neither does Aiden, thinking that he is safe with Georgie and like a big community of settlements, they allow Sam to have that freedom. Kind of similar to how like Rick allows Carl to be a blacksmith at the Hilltop in the comics. I think that's probably somewhat reasonable. So yeah, Sam heads off and he's going to exit for a bit and he will be back soon. And where are you, Sam? Sam. And fuck it. I'm going to say Martinez is part of Meridian. Because why the hell not? Why the hell not? Martinez is also part of the Meridian group. So just got to add all these dudes here. And then we got to see who kills Jocelyn and also kills all the children as well. I always forget to mention the children. So this brutal person ends up murdering children. Negan, okay. I guess they take Coco and they take some other kids. Negan gets out of his cell and he deals with Jocelyn and he kills a bunch of kids as well because he's forced to because they attempt to attack him. And they're like, yeah, Negan, what was that whole I don't kill children thing? That's a bit bullshit. And they lock Negan right back up in the cell after that. But he did that to maybe try and prove himself, I guess. Didn't work though. Did not work. They did not care. Now, who can RJ belong to? Oh, we've got Tyrese and... Oh, yeah, Tyrese and Lily? Yeah, why not? Tyrese, they were next to each other, so I decided, and Lily. So, Tyrese and Lily, that's RJ. He's called TJ. TJ, a.k.a. RJ. Also, TJ works as a name. So I don't care. Yeah. Right. That one's done. Who kills Jed? Dwayne's really not done much, has he? Oh well. Negan also killed Jed. He got out of his cell again and killed another bad faction. Someone who's stealing supplies. Like, have I proven myself yet? And like, no, Negan. Back in the fucking cell. That's not how justice works. And then this is the Jesus death. So who is taken out by the Whisperers? The first big... Oh, damn! Tyrese. Damn. You are where you do not belong. Tyrese taken out by the Whisperers. I think I'm okay with that. He's like a big character. He's been around for a while. It's pretty shocking. Yeah, why not? Why not? I accept it. I allow it. And obviously, in this universe, I guess it would be, I don't know, Dwayne maybe, who saves Magna Renault Group. I guess it could be a grown-up Coco as well. Or maybe, well, it can't really be Sam because he's left for a bit, hasn't he? Yeah, we don't really got many in the children front. We kind of got Aiden, like, Deanna has, like, an adopted grandson. Could Jesse have given birth to another kid, though, in this time jump? Probably. Yeah, why not? I'm trying to think if I have a good placeholder, though, for a kid. Let me find one. Just trying to find a good picture. I don't have kids of. I don't have pictures of unidentifiable, like sort of like a minor character that most people could probably just believe is their daughter or whatever. I can't find anything that works. Give me a second, everyone. Give me a second. Sorry. I'm getting to it. Ooh, got Tim and Crowley. Tim and Crowley, remember them? Fuck it. Why not? We'll use Winnie. So this Winnie is... and shit, we'll just call her Winnie. Winnie. This will be Jesse and Aiden's daughter. So after the time jump, obviously don't imagine... Maybe she could be like... She's like 5, probably 5 years old at most. So after, maybe the time jump's bigger. But basically, they had a baby called Winnie. It's this Winnie. I know she's one of the crazy Jocelyn children, but in this universe, it's their child. So they have a child. So this is Deanna's like granddaughter as well. So we've got a whole legacy going on here. And then we have to add Lydia to this big fucking stupid thing. Okay, and also Ozzy and Alec. Right. And now it's my favourite time. So we, of course, have the War with the Whisperers. Deanna probably talks to the Alpha. One mother to another type thing. And all that type deal. But then we have the beautiful, amazing Pike Deaths. Here we go. So we roll a d20 and we take the highest number, which is 20. So we have 20. Repeat. 20 deaths. Now, I'm going to say there's going to be 3 main character deaths at least. So let's go for minor characters. Now, which minor characters? Imagine the Bear McCreary music. Do 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 do. This is Alden, not Aiden, which is good because now I won't get their names confused in the future. So Alden is the first of our Pike deaths. Pretty brutal. We lose Alden. Damn. Maybe he was going out with another person as well. I don't know. Who else we got? Who could we be going out with? I don't know. Who does Alpha take out next? Oh no! I guess Coco in this universe would be like 6 or 7 years old. Hey, she takes out Coco, which is Abraham and Rosita's kid in this universe. That's just how it be. I've already given Coco one free pass. So that's at the end of the road for Coco. Damn. Do 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 do. Who else is Alpha taking out? Ezekiel, who I still haven't given. I probably should have given Ezekiel main character, which I normally do, but I forgot to, and that's just how it be sometimes. So Ezekiel has been also piked. Sorry, guys. Goodbye, Ezekiel. Who's next? Who are you taking out next, Alpha, you crazy baldy? Luke, Ricio. Member of Magnus Group. So far, this is looking good. We've got a member of the Saviors, a member of like our core group. You know, our legacy character, so they're pretty brutal. Kingdomer, the ultimate Kingdomer, and a member of Magnus Group. If we got Nationside, So Alpha's decapitating the tiger as well, just to show that she has the biggest balls in the universe. She takes on the tiger one-on-one with a machete and chops his head off. And then puts on the pike, even though it won't turn. So, and then we got a member of Hilltop, so that works. Marco, of course. Who's next? Where are you, Marco? Sorry. Dr. Carson, another Hilltopper. Okay. She has a thing for the Hilltops. Takes out Doctor. Dr. Carson. Who next? Connie? Oh, not Connie. Connie is also taken out. Who next? No! Not Dog. Dog is also... She's decapitated 2 animals, put their heads on pikes, even though they won't reanimate. Very pointless, but I guess she was just trying to make that message. Olivia. I wonder if she'll leave the glasses nicely on Olivia, like she does with Addie. Which is so silly. I know they left the glasses on the head so we would realise who it was, but like the audience. But could you imagine, like, Alpha's carrying these heads around in like a, I don't know, like a sack or something. Wait, hang on. Denise died ages ago, I swear to God. When did Denise die? Yeah, You've been sitting around for too long. You died in season 6. What have you been doing? Get away. Wait, Eastman didn't die, did he? No, he's still alive. What have I done? Did I mix up Eastman and Denise? Is that what I did? Maybe that's what I did. No, because Denise would have got the... She got the Deanna death, right? Who got the Nicholas death, then? Hang on. Tobin. How have I messed up this bad? Oh, that's all I did. That's fine. That's nothing. No big deal. I just messed up a little bit with the placement. That's how it be sometimes. So, where were we? Olivia, yeah. I guess they leave the glasses on Olivia. Anyway. Isn't it weird? I feel horrible that it was like Denise and Olivia mixed up sometimes. Owen! Oh, no! Oh, no, not Owen. I haven't really done much with him, but I guess he's just been chilling for these past moments. But we'll recognise him as that one wolf who reformed. Alpha also does the Giga Chad move of taking out her own daughter as well to prove that she no longer needs Lydia. So Alpha has a very different character arc in this rewrite as well, because of course a big thing for her was the fact that she lies to her group about killing her daughter. But in this universe, she goes full on. She's like, I don't care, I'll take her out. Which, you know, you do what you want to, Alpha, I guess. Next up, who else is Alpha taking out? Cindy? Oh, how it should have been. Cindy should have been piked. Because who cares about the ocean side anyway? So Cindy, I mean, she may as well have been piked. She shows up like at the start of season 10, and that's, I think, also with the Michonne exit episode, I think she shows up. And that's it. That's the last time she's seen anyway. Next person. Heath. Heath taken out as well. Another recognisable. You know, he's got the dreadlocks, so you'll recognise him. I don't know if they're dreadlocks, but maybe not dreadlocks. Whatever it is. Recognisable hair. Earl is also taken out. Damn. So Heath, Earl. Alpha going crazy with these pikes. Alec. I mean, out of all the characters that have died, I don't think anyone cares about Alec. There you go. The Highwayman. Oh, no, no, no. No! Dale as well. A season 1 character. Oh, and we are not over. Ladies and gentlemen, we are not over. So we got to add Earl. We got to add Alec. And we got to add Dale. Damn. Nope. That's a nope. Nope on that one. But just look at these pikes already, man. From Alden onwards. This is the most brutal pike I think I've had. Like, in terms of big characters. Like, big to my rewrite, at least. Oh! It gets worse. Dwayne? Dwayne's taken out? Another season 1 character? Now, this one, she's a legacy character to the main character, technically, because obviously it's a granddaughter. So when he gets full immunity, I don't even care. As does Aiden, at least for now. I don't want to kill Aiden, I don't want to kill Winnie, and I don't want to kill Deanna. I know. Oh, for God's sake. It's Aiden again! Right, here we go. One more time. Okay, listen, it was so close to her every time. I've loved Jessie's character arc so far. She's been around since season 1. And I know I'm taking out 3 season 1 characters as is. But I think it's time for Jessie to say goodnight. So Jessie is also the biggest death on this probably. Season 1 character, been there since the start. You know, wife to our main character's son. Herschel, I gave immunity to, I guess. So, listen, it can only really be Lily or Negan. Or Eastman, I guess. Who's it closest to here? Let's see. So it's... Can't be Deanna. Can't be Herschel. Can't be Aiden. It's Negan. I'm sorry, Negan stands. That's just where the closest the arrow pointed to. So Negan is also taken out. You know, Negan, maybe there's a whole plot where Negan gets out of his cell and we think like he's but and he's like ready to like leave. He's like, fuck it, I'm not gonna help kill any of these whispering folks. I'm just gonna leave. And then he gets caught by Alpha, like mid leave, like trying to abandon the group, and she's like, you're one of my victims. He's like, wait, listen to me, I'm a fucking prisoner. And she's like, well, you don't look like a prisoner to me, mate. And yeah, so she also decapitates Negan. So that is the list of characters that are dead. Holy hell, that was brutal. We have lost so many characters. Jessie, definitely the biggest one. Wow. I'm a little bit shook. I'm shocked, I say. Shocked. Wow, okay. Okay. We'll do a chaos. Well, we're on to season 10, aren't we? So I feel like I need to upgrade some of these characters. So who do we have? Who is feeling like needs to be? So who we got as a main character? We got Deanna Eastman, Aiden, obviously Winnie, who is the granddaughter to Jessie and Aiden. We've got Lily. I mean, poor Sam's gonna come back and find out his dad's dead. I mean, not dad. His mum's dead. Sorry. Lily's there. Herschel's there, going on his rampage. Of course, he's kind of like our Daryl now, isn't he? Eastman is also there, probably feeling very sad about Dwayne's death. Dwayne obviously has unfortunately perished, so we'll put him up there. Okay, Morales for sure has to be a main character. He's been around since the start, and like he's lost everything. Morales. I feel like he would be a weapon to the group, so I'm going to give him main character status. As I will give Noah. I feel like Noah has earned it. He's been around for like ages. And I think I will have to give it to a member of the Magna group. And honestly, we lost Connie, who's the best member, undoubtedly. And Luke, who I think is the most fun member. I don't like Magna. I've never liked Magna, you know. I don't find it that interesting. Yumiko's okay though. Well, I guess we'll make Yumiko a main character. And then on top of that, we can do... Who am I feeling? There's Jerry? You know what? I don't think there's anyone that's screaming out at me. So I'm just going to roll. I'm feeling maybe Henry just because we might have still had that whole Lydia thing. I don't like Tammy Rose. No offense to Tammy Rose. No way. I'm going to say Henry, yeah. I'm going to say we've had that whole Lydia Henry thing happen in season 9, but the reveal that Alpha just went balls to the wall and killed her own daughter. So that kind of still happened. Obviously, we'll just add Jules. We don't need to add Coco. And then we have the Chaos roll. So let's do our Chaos roll. 44. Let's see. Everybody who died in season 1 actually assisted feed them a life cure from the grave, and they all receive and join the group. Okay. I like this to a degree, but here's what I'm going to do instead. For characters who there is absolutely no sure way that they are, like, for example, Andrea, we said, was ripped apart. Ed was ripped apart. So I'm not going to say for them, no. However, I'm going to say Morgan never actually died. Ron was given the savior cure by Guillermo, who, it's revealed, although he stayed in the CDC, went to like some fucking bunker that was like couldn't be destroyed. It was like I don't know, it was it's an underground bunker, like deep. So he like jumped down, like he slid down the ladder at the last minute because he saw this hatch. This hatch opened, like emergency explosion bunker for personnel. He went down. He had like a last minute change when he saw the clock at like 30. He knew he couldn't get out of the building in the front, so he went down that chute. He went down that chute, right? And then he found this like magic serum that was made by Candace Jenner. Obviously, Candace Jenner is dead. And he found that magic serum, and he went to the last person he knew who was left to turn. That was Ron. And Ron was still alive, near death, near like the fever had almost killed him. And Guillermo gave Ron the little formula, and Ron was brought back to life. And sometime later, Guillermo obviously knew about King County and Deanna, and so he thought it'd be a good idea to go there. And that's where eventually he found Morgan, or he got like a trace, like he was following Morgan's path, you know, knowing that Deanna one day would reunite with Morgan. Obviously, maybe Dwayne was in his crazy mode, so Dwayne was shooting at them, wherever it may be. Somehow they tracked Morgan down somewhere, so the team is Ron, Guillermo, and Morgan. And let's be honest, Ron has to be a main character now because it's the son of, Aiden's former late wife. So Ron coming back would be crazy. Ron finding out he has a sister, half sister, and that his brother's off, on running a community. That'd be crazy. And then on top of that, Morgan finding out Dwayne's dead, and Guillermo just being there, really. So, Ron has to be there. I feel like Morgan has to be here. Morgan would meet Eastman for the first time, of course. And listen, as much as I love Guillermo, I don't know if I'm spelling his name wrong. Listen, how do you spell it? It's like Guillermo, isn't it? Guillermo. No, that's butchered. That's absolutely butchered. Listen, I'm going to find the correct spelling up here. I don't care. It's G-U-I... It's because it's not because it's fucking Spanish. Anyway, it's like this name. Are you ready for this name? This name right here. How would you say this name? How would you say this name? This is what confuses me. So where I come from, you pronounce this name Jewin. Okay? Jewin. Like this. Jewin. Right? That's how you say that name where I'm from. So when I speak to America, like sometime in life, I think I was like 14, 15, I met someone from America named Juan. But when I saw his name, I would say, "Oh, how are you doing, Jewin?" And he goes, "Why do you call me Jewin? You know it's pronounced Juan." And so for the longest time, I thought that I was pronouncing... But I had a friend where I lived called Jewin, and he was called Jewin, and that's how his name was pronounced, right? Small tangent. Turns out where I'm from, this name, so in Manx, where I'm from the Isle of Man, you see. In Manx, this is Manx for John. But obviously in Spanish, this is Spanish for John. And the name Hans in Germany is is German for John. And the name Sean is Irish for John. So, just a fun little tangent there. Anyway, yeah, so we have Guillermo. I don't know why I went on that tangent, but there we have it. He's back too. People are back. So who let Negan out? Noah. Why? Not sure, but Noah let Negan out. Wait, Negan's dead. Ignore that. Who killed Brandon? Oh, Jesus Christ. I need a cough. Winnie, ooh, I like that. Winnie going crazy. So Winnie, I guess Brandon was defecting to the Whisperers. I mean, there's not really much else you can do with that. He was defecting, and Winnie, aka, yeah, we know who Winnie is. She's Aiden and Jesse's daughter. Takes out Brandon, proving to like Ron's like, what the fuck? What's my family become? And then we have Sadiq's death. So who figures out that Dante is a spy, and then gets strangled by Dante? Tommy Rose, no. Tommy Rose. And listen, I hate the Dante twist, and it has like so many flaws, but it wouldn't have a flaw if it all took place at the hilltop. It would make a lot more sense if it happened at the hilltop. Like what I hate about the Dante flaw, right, is Michonne was, so in season 9, Michonne is too angsty in taking in new people, and she hasn't taken in new people in years. Because of the whole Jocelyn situation. And her arc really isn't to take in more people. Her arc is more to like, because there's the whole thing with Judith, where she's like, when did we stop loving, Daryl and Aunt Maggie, Michonne, Carol, the King? You're like, is the idea of like, well, yes, we can be careful, but we've abandoned all of our friends. And so Michonne's arc is to, stop to reunite, form the coalition, what she tried to do at the start of season 9, to do at the end of season 9. She forms that coalition that she dreamt up with Rick. That's like her arc in season 9. And then for some reason in season 10, she's just letting in any old fucking Tom, Dick or Harry into the community, where she lets in, Jen and Wayne's group, including Dante. Poorly vets them, I guess. That's what I hate about it. It kind of like, it proves that Michonne was right, and that's not why. So it would have made way more sense if Dante showed up at the hilltop. Sorry, real tangent. But anyway, Dante kills Tommy Rose. And then who kills Dante? You killed my husband. Maybe Tammy was the one who was left with, and she watched her husband get decapitated as well. Magna. Wait, oh no. Noah, sorry. Noah kills Dante. Okay. Very interesting. Gamma has been added. So, Gamma, of course, defects, all that stuff happens. But who gets the Laura death? So who's slammed against the cell doors, getting the most undignified death? It's Gage. Oh, poor Gage. Tries to step up to be a big man. Doesn't work out well for him. Gage. And then this is the Gamma death, gutted like a fish by Beta. Dante as well is gone. How's he still kicking? Ooh, Rachel. Damn. I guess Rachel came in to help fight at the Battle of the Hilltop. And then she ends up getting gutted for it. That's not nice. Earl's death. So this guy is, of course, bitten. Protects the kids. Ends up smacking his head on a spike or some shit. Sadiq! Damn. Not good for Sadiq. So he saves the kids. Hero. We love him. But that's it for him. And then an extra hilltop death, because why not? This is just to account for all the extras. Although, I've removed like Barbara and stuff now. And I removed Diana and Nabila as well. So I don't really need this. Do I want to kill Tyrese and Lily's kid? I'll give Tyrese and Lily's kid, TJ, one more try. One more go. Beatrice. Okay. Dies at the Battle of the Hilltop, I guess. So most of the Oceanside, maybe all of Oceanside is just gone. We don't have to deal with Oceanside anymore. Yeah, fuck it. All of Oceanside is taken. It was the Battle of the Oceanside. There was a battle at the Oceanside as well, and they were all killed. Anyway, which three head off to the Commonwealth? So we can roll to 2 minors and 1 major. I don't think I'm going to roll a minor. I think I'll just roll 3 majors, because we've got loads of characters anyway. Deanna? Would Deanna go off on a mission? Hell, what? Why not? Yeah. I think Deanna probably would. I mean, she is more of a diplomat at this point, so fuck it, yeah. I think Deanna goes off of the hilltop. That's not the Hilltop, the Commonwealth. As well as Eastman, okay. Again, I think also a diplomatic person. And on top of that, we have yeah, okay. You know, Winnie got violent with Brandon. Maybe there's like concerns. So, you know, heading off to the Commonwealth on a diplomatic mission. I think that's okay. And, you know, Aiden, obviously, and it's also keeping Winnie out of harm's way as well. So, I think that works. So, Deanna, Eastman, and Winnie. Who kills Alpha? Here we go. The big reveal. Who takes out Alpha? Ooh, Aiden. Okay. Maybe he infiltrates. Maybe he's like, my mother's abandoned. I don't know, maybe. Or perhaps he just like has challenges to a one-on-one. And now we have an extra final death. This is to account for the Michonne exit. We'll just have it be at the end of the Whisperer War. Like they sacrifice themselves to destroy the herd. And it goes to Morgan after he learns that his son is dead. That's brutal, man. He learns his son is dead. The Whisperers did it. He's probably angry. He wants revenge. He's been looking for his son for like literal years. And he goes on to take out like most of the Whisperers herd, I guess. And then, of course, we get to add the main character back, who, of course, is Sam. So Sam comes back. And with Sam, he's prigging. I don't care. Martinez. He's bringing Martinez. He's bringing Elijah. And he's also bringing another character from Meridian who will be revealed in the roles to come. And then we have the Beatrice death. Who gets the Beatrice death? Stabbed by a Whisperer and then like ripped apart. Oh, Kelly. Damn. We are taking out Magna's group. It's just Yumiko and Magna alive now. Kelly is taken out. And then who takes out Beta? Let's see. Oh, like for revenge of Lydia? I like that. Yeah. It would have been better if he took out Alpha, I feel. But, yeah, I think that can work. And who was banging Leah? So who was banging Leah this whole time? Not that it matters. It was Lily! She was after Tyrese died again. Well, actually, maybe it was after. Maybe it was actually before Tyrese. Yeah, she was cheating with Lily. Maybe that's why she felt so guilty. Yeah, poor Lily. Well, not poor Lily. Bad Lily. And then add a random character. So this will be the Meridian character. So heading along with Sam. He plays the cracked-faced Walker. Okay. We'll do another one. Austin. I can't add Austin, Texas, unfortunately. I can't add Axel back. He's dead. Gina. We aren't doing another All-Stars. Well, I guess the other one was Road to Survival. Listen, I'm going to do one more, but we'll go with Gina if not. Okay. Who are you? Which is the 6th episode of AMC's The Walking Dead World Beyond. We'll do Gina. I don't know who Gina is, but whatever. Gina will do. All these mobile game characters always get selected. So Gina has also joined the group. She's a part of the Meridian, along with Martinez and Elijah. And Sam's little group. And he meets with his brother. He's like, oh my god, my brother's alive. What the hell? Meets with his sister as well. The Anderson children. I love this, actually. Well, actually, I guess maybe they're the Monroe children at this point. Sam's like, I'm not Sam Anderson anymore. I'm Sam Monroe. And, you know, Ron's like, gotta respect Dad. He's like, Dad beat Mom. What happened to Dad? Mom got beheaded. Dad got killed by his kinky lover. Anyway, we've got the Gage death. Who's getting gauged? Who's stabbing themselves after they're saying, Sam, you're a liar. Oh, Martinez. Sam ends up abandoning Martinez. Sam, let me out. I can't. Martinez is like, liar. Martinez came back for basically nothing. But there you are. Funny. Cole's death. Who's getting Cole's death? Hand chopped off. Throat slit. Listen. It is what it is. TJ decided to come along to try and prove himself to maybe Lily or whoever. And that's what happens to him. Okay? TJ/RJ. I've already given him one pass. Tyrese's legacy has been killed by some savages. Some savage mercenaries. Duncan's death. So this person gets shish kebabbed and then slowly kind of bleeds out. Elijah. Okay. Is what it is. Bye-bye, Elijah. And then we've got Agatha's death. This person... how do I describe it? Her death's so dumb. She gets attacked in the woods by some walkers. Guillermo! No! Not Guillermo. I was kind of low-key hoping that Guillermo would actually make it to the end by basically cheating, but oh well. No Guillermo, he's also taken out. And then we've got Frost's death. So this person is taken, tortured, and then eventually is revealed to have been tortured to death. Oh, Addie. R.I.P. Kaylee Mack. Kaylee Mack. Keely Mack? Keely Mack. I'm sorry. That is a beautiful death. That is a brutal death, I should say, sorry. Beautiful. I said beautiful. I meant to say brutal. Anyway, so I'll add Leah here briefly, but who kills Pope? Could potentially be Leah. Maybe. It's not going to be Leah. Oh, it's going to be Sam. I like that. You stole our home. Little psycho Sam taking out Pope. Oh my god. I apologise that Deanna has not really done much, but I guess she's off in the Commonwealth being a diplomat, to be fair. And then who kills Brandon Carver? Who takes out Carver? Lily! I mean, to be fair, they killed her son, so I don't blame her. And then finally, this is the Alden death, so the big major death of the season. Who is the Alden death? Immunity can't happen. It just can't happen. Oh wait, it can still be Herschel though. I won't allow it to be her. Not in the Reaper story arc anyway. Can't be Deanna, she's not even here. I don't want him to die in the Reaper arc when Deanna's not even here. That's my only problem with it. I know this is the last main character death, really, well, other than the finale one, but... Okay, Noah. I'll accept Noah. So Noah, injured, left in the church, eventually is revealed to have died. So R.I.P. Noah. I mean, he's been there since season 5. Pretty big character death, regardless. So, aren't I glad that Annie from Fear is dead? Because we actually have another Annie. So we had all them guys in. Who's Annie with? Fuck knows. I don't know. Maybe Annie could just be another Meridian person. Marco death. So who is shot by Leah? And then who kills Leah? No, not Gina. Gina. The random character we added. Sorry, Gina. And then Yumiko is the one who kills Leah. Very interesting. Leah was obviously banging... Yeah, Lily was banging Leah. Obviously, they killed her son. So she probably went apeshit, killed Leah's best brother, basically. Someone she sees as a brother, obviously Brandon Carver. And so Yeah, it probably was like, I imagine Leah strangling Lily, both angry at each other. So I didn't mean to kill your son, and then Yumiko comes in with maybe a bow and arrow, shoots Leah in the head and takes her out. So yeah, goodbye Leah. Who killed Sebastian? Herschel. Okay, so Herschel takes out Sebastian, which is kind of funny. He pushes him into the walker. After, like, Herschel, threatens Max. Who would be getting with Max, I guess? I mean, who was on the radio? Maybe, I feel like Eastman could be on the radio. I feel like Herschel maybe befriends Max. I don't know. Yeah. This person is who kills Lance? Morales. Okay. Very interesting. He's finally stepping up and doing something interesting. And then who loses an arm? Herschel. One-armed. Herschel's now one-armed, guys. He's got both legs, though. Who gets shot in the finale? So this is the big shooting that everyone's racing to get to the get to safety. I'm gonna say it's Ron. I know it landed on Lily, but I'm gonna say it's Ron. Okay, just because it's like he's just reunited with his family. He's been missing for all this time, presumed dead. We thought he was dead. He's been cured. Maybe even like it's like a miracle type thing. So him getting shot after their family's been broken apart with Jesse's death, him coming back was like a bit of light in the darkness. One of any of the crime's family members, including Michonne, left alive, suddenly keel over and die. If none of them are left alive, that's meant to say, one comes back alive. Well, let's think. We shot Rick in the head. Judith died to the herd. Carl died to the herd. Laurie was... What happened to Laurie again? I don't remember what happened to Laurie. Oh, Laurie was the Ron. Yeah, Laurie was the Ron. Judith was the Sam, and Carl was the Jesse. What happened with Michonne? Michonne was... let me just try and remember. She was the Tyree's death. Not gonna lie, guys. Not gonna lie, I'm not feeling like that Grimes have any chance of having a fake out death. I mean, that's a pretty brutal thing. But you know what? What I'll do, just for you guys, because I know you love it. I know you're all obsessed with this. You'll know what I'm doing. You'll know what I'm doing. We'll add Jeffrey Grimes. That is the caveat. That is the someone suggested doing Jeffrey Grimes, so Jeffy G is in the house, okay? Jeffy G, alright? He's joined. He's like, I'm Jeffrey, I'm looking for my brother Rick and his wife Laurie and his son Carl, and also he had a best friend named Shane. And Deanna's like, oh yikes, Jeffy G joins. Okay, how many finale deaths are there? Here we go, guys. Only nine. Okay, now I'm gonna say we'll do 3 main, and then 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, that's how we'll do it. Well, it actually depends. How many main characters do we have? 12. There's 12 major, 12 minor. Okay, so we're equal anyway. So maybe I'll do... 3 sounds good. What we'll do is we'll do the minors and we'll see how I feel. But 3 sounds good so far. So, which minor characters are dying? So we are losing Max, sadly. I'm gonna say Max is probably killed by the Pamela forces, you know, for her her treason, and that probably makes Mercer extra angry. We also lose Jerry. Damn, Jerry dies too. Again, I feel like Jerry probably dies. I know I've not added Nabila, but I'm gonna say that Nabila is still here, and probably that their family is still a thing. So I imagine what probably happens is Jerry protects them. Like, in protecting them, he's killed by, like, again, probably Commonwealth soldiers. Like, I like the idea of making the Commonwealth soldiers, like, fucking, like, proper trained, so they actually are hard to kill. Guys! Jeffy G also dies too. What can I say? He was added, and then he died. The last of the Grimes, taken out. That was pointless, but there you have it. Next person. Mercer also dies in the final battle. Probably taking out like most of the army. You know, fight to the death type thing. Clearing a path whilst we run with injured Ron. Princess also goes down with her man Mercer. So be it, so be it. And then finally, who else is dying in the battle of the Rodney? I guess he can just be a random person ripped apart by walkers, to be honest. Why not? So Rodney gone. I'm feeling good about that. So who are the final deaths of... the final major deaths of the battle? Oh, Sam. Damn. Sam maybe protects his brother and his sister. Maybe in protecting both of them. I'm going to say he's bitten. Yeah, I'm going to say he's bitten in protecting both of them. Ah! Herschel. Now, Herschel. I think Herschel. He's grabbing an axe. He's grabbing a machete in one hand. And oh, wait, he's only got one arm, actually. He's grabbing an axe. He's got a little Aaron ball arm on the other arm. And he's just fucking hacking at the herd. Clearing a path. Getting bitten on every orifice. Every part of his body. And, yeah, going down with an absolute fight. Fuck! No, I don't love it. I hate that. Sam and Ron die together in each other's arms. Ah, fuck. It's too brutal. But that is what the wheel has decided. So in the end, Ron is shot. They're rushing to save him. Sam thinks he saved him, but the two brothers end up dying together. Both have been bitten, I'm going to say. Well, Ron has just got like his gunshot wound, you know. It's too complicated. Ron's dying. Sam's been bitten. The two brothers kind of die together after Herschel's cleared the path, you know, for everyone to get through. And in the end, both of them are dead. Aiden is distraught. Deanna's distraught. But they still have Winnie, who is there. We still have 3 generations of the Monroes here. So, at the very least, they survive. But having the last of the Andersons die in the finale, I don't know, it's kind of brutal, man. But that is how it is. There you go. And do they execute Pamela Milton? Heads, yes. Tails, no. No. So Deanna decides to carry on her pursuit of justice, imprisoning Pamela Milton. Now, I've just got to add everyone who died. So, of course, we lost Max there. Max, Jerry, Jeffrey Grimes, Mercer. Where's Mercer? Gage died ages ago, didn't he? Gage was Gage a Pike? I think Gage was a Pike. Oh no, he was the Laura. Yeah, the Laura death. What did I just put him? What am I doing? Yeah. He goes there. Sorry. Distracted. So, we lost Sam and Ron and Herschel as the big characters. And then back here, Max, Jerry, Jeffrey Grimes, Mercer, Princess, Rodney. Yeah, okay. Now, Eric died. He got the Olivia death. So he's been sticking around here for a while. Sorry about that. Just double check. I think that's right. So we should have Deanna. Yeah. So Deanna, Aiden, and Winnie, 3 generations of Monroe. We have Lily, who's lost everything. Lost two daughters. Well, a daughter and a son, sorry. Eastman, of course, who has survived to the end, which is crazy. Morales, who survived to the end. Laura definitely has as well, which is kind of cool. As has Ozzy. Ozzy survived to the end. Gamma survived to the end. Henry survived to the end. Annie has survived to the end. Yeah. Jules, Magna, Yumiko, and of course Pamela, who is imprisoned. And let's decide which one of these is going to become the governor of the Commonwealth. Okay, makes no sense for Winnie. She's a child. So I think we'll do the next closest one, Deanna. So Deanna is the head of the Commonwealth. So in the end, she runs the... And also, I forgot to mention, a big part of this is when, of course, Deanna is implemented into the Commonwealth, she would have known Pamela. They literally would have known each other from the past life. So that would have been a big part of the story. So Deanna taking Pamela's job in the end, I kind of like that. So, yeah, fuck it. That's pretty cool. So there you go. That is the rewrite of Deanna and her fam. Hope you've enjoyed. Hope it was decent enough. Again, wheel rewrites will be a thing. I don't know if I'm necessarily going to do the next one next week exactly on the dot, like in like 6 or 7 days time. I might have a little break. I feel like once I have like breaks, it does revitalize my energy. Like I've had energy for this one. The problem is I have to do the wheel rewrites after work and working 7-8 hours and then coming back and doing this for like 3.5 hours or whatever, 2.5 hours. It's like a lot. It's a bit draining. So again, I think it's better just to make sure that my batteries are recharged, right? So I can put the energy, because it's quite hard to speak for 2.5 hours and keep yourself like energized. Anyway, next week is a Carl Grimes one from Nick Stully Knows My Gay Daddy. That's what we'll be doing next week. And then we have Laura, Nick Clark, and the Dale. I think I'll put the Dale one. The John Dory one. Possibly. I don't know how I'm going to do this prequel for the governor. I think this one will be a bit different. This won't necessarily be a real wheel rewrite. It will be kind of like... I've got a few ideas actually for this, so you'll have to see. Sorry, it's not Nick Clark. It's Switch Alexandria with the Atlanta group. Sam and Anna, Maggie at one point, Aaron and Eric, which is interesting, and Lee Everett, which will be very fun. But yeah, so don't worry. Yes, there'll be an end to these, but we still got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 to go, plus the ultimate rewrite, plus the Telltale rewrite. So that's 10. So there's still 10 episodes of the wheel rewrites that will be public to everyone to go. So they're not going away anytime soon. Again, I just want to make sure I've got that end in sight, and I don't want people to send in more requests and for them to be unfulfilled, because I feel bad if someone sent in me money, expecting something and then I'm unable to deliver. So that's how it be. Hope you enjoyed. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one. Goodbye.